Hey, Nick Frazier on the ones and twos. What's up, JoJo?
What's going on, man? It's a Friday. We're excited. Football's in the air. We got high school football tonight. College football starts in 6 days. Austin Peay's on the field next Thursday. The Seahawks are in town. It's a beautiful weekend. I cannot wait. This is a great day the Lord has given us. Let us rejoice and have some fun today, man.
Amen to that. Let's take you through, you mentioned high school football. This is how this is going to work every Friday moving forward with football, and that is starting at 6:30 will be the pregame for the Metro Schools game of the week. Usually it'll be me or Jake Lyman, but Greg Pogue is doing week one because we had some scheduling conflicts, aka I'm going to Vegas. So Greg will handle Pearl Cone NBA tonight, which should be a fantastic game. As soon as that coverage is over, you, Connor Newt, Brandon Bigsby will have the game blitz.
Yes.
And it'll be every Friday around 9:30, but you'll go to midnight, all the scores, talking to the coaches. It'll be fantastic.
It is a high school football show for the players, the coaches, the parents, the band parents, everybody on Friday night. You deserve a Friday night. So really honored that Southeast Financial Credit Union is our title sponsor. We love them. Thank you, Dean and Dalton, for hopping on board with us, and we'll have fun tonight. It is high-flying scoreboard show. Connor and Brandon, I'm so happy to have those guys around. Chase and I, we did the start of the show back in 2012. We continue tonight. It's all part of being hyper-local in our community, and Friday nights are dedicated to the high schools in Middle Tennessee, and I cannot thank you and Sean Ford, our GM, and Bud, the owner, and everybody around that we get to do this on Friday night, and I'm so excited for it.
Yeah, it's going to be cool, and you guys are great. Dr. Crane's going to be on the sideline for the Metro game of the week. Which will be fun. He did a great job with that last year, so looking forward to that. And Coach Bubba Spears as the analyst, and going to be neat. I mean, I had a blast calling those games last year. Saw some really good football. Speaking of high school football, can they just let DGG go to college now?
I'm going to push back on you. I knew this was coming. Let's stop right there.
I know. Can I have a little fun with it?
You can.
I'm having a little fun. Like, he had a hell of a game. He looked really good.
Okay, first of all, Brentwood Academy does not know how to tackle. I'm not sure they practice tackling drills over there. But when Clay Travis comes out and says he needs to go to college, now he could start for a lot of Power 5 school or Power 4 schools. Let's see him go against Georgia. All right, let's see that. Let's let the kid have high school fun. Let's let him finish out high school.
I agree. I'm just having fun. You know,
I get it. Here's my rant.
Testy.
Here's Dr. my rant to start the show last night. For those that watched the high school football game, I got tired of saying, "Oh, that tackle's made by Chase McCabe." You know, Chase is the number 6 linebacker of the 2028 class. He's got offers from ETSU, Furman, and Austin B. Every player, they had to give me his recruiting rankings. I don't care.
Right.
And
that's what they do.
It ruined the game last night. I just want to watch football. I want to see how good this young man is. How did Brentwood Academy do? Every player was like, "Oh, that's Nick Frazier." You know, Nick is number 3 safety, the 2029 class. He's got some looks from the Donaldson Y and East Nashville Y. So we'll see what happens going forward. Like, just let them play football. That's it. Also,
here's my thing on that real quick.
Okay.
More people care about what they did than you caring about than them doing that.
About recruiting rankings?
Yeah. More people like that stuff.
That's fine.
That's why they do it.
For the fat guy sitting in the basement with his shirt off watching the game, that's fine. You can do all. That's great, right? Let the kids play football. Let the kids play football. That's it. That's bottom line.
I'm with you. Okay.
But it was every time. Do you know where DGG's going to college?
Tennessee.
Yeah, here's my favorite part. There's a lot of Tennessee fans here tonight. They show the crowd. There's like there's 2 people of 1,000 wearing orange shirts.
Well, keep in mind that crew doing the game probably was in Bristol somewhere.
Oh, I don't know.
They probably weren't even at the game.
But it's back. It's fun. Congratulations. Yeah, he's a great running back, but let's not crown him. If you want to crown him, Chase, crown him. You can go ahead and crown him because he is who you thought you were or thought we were. He is who he is.
They are who we thought they were. We let him off the hook.
I just want to see football, man. Let's just put the recruiting up for side and those guys go.
But it was fun. And we got, you know what else I got to bring up?
Oh my God. I'm going to put, they need to put 1,000-foot stay away for you from Marshall Manning. Every time Marshall Manning, you're like, look, he's in. Oh, there's a cutaway of Marshall Manning. I'm gonna call Peyton. I said, Peyton, there's a guy in Nashville. He's like, I already know who it is, man. There's that Chase McCabe over at 102.5 The Game, man. I'll stay away from Marshall Mathers. He'll be around. Sorry, man.
I saw him have one play. He's roll out for like the bootleg looked just like his dad.
Right?
He's got that jog and everything.
It's good.
It's good.
I know
It's
they
fine.
put him in for one play just because it's on ESPN2. That's fine. And
Was Peyton there? I didn't even see.
they didn't show him if he was there. I don't know. Which if he was there and they didn't show him, thank you. It's like Taylor Swift at an NFL game, right? If you want to show her, fine. If you don't, fine. I'm indifferent either way.
Well, and I wonder too, did he go to them and say, "Hey, can you just let me be dad tonight?"
Could be.
Which is fine. I have no problem with. Like,
do you have a problem though? There was a minute 50 left in the game and they called it because of lightning. Do you have a problem with that?
I mean, no, because it's a safety thing, I guess.
But they could have played after the lightning went, 30 minutes.
You wait 30 minutes. What was the score?
38-20 Baylor.
Game's out of reach.
Yeah.
Oh, is it? So you're going to quit with 2 minutes to go in the game?
I see what you're saying.
I'm taking all y'all today.
I see what you're saying. I think I lean towards you on that one. That now, if it had been like a 40 score, 40-point game, then no. But like 18 is not insurmountable in that amount of time.
No, and I think Brentwood Academy, if I
not
remember,
likely,
had the ball,
but
so you're already there. You drove down there. You're already there. Again, I wasn't there. Whatever call they make, that's fine. But I was like, oh man, to give my guys, you never know. Never know what could happen. And that kickoff when it was 24-19 or 24-20, the kickoff went out of bounds. Why? Coaches, stop squib kicking the kickoff. Stop it.
You were on one today.
It doesn't work. It never works. I got on our coach at Eastern Kentucky one time. I was like, why are you doing this? He told me in no certain terms to shut up. All right. Which is fine. I get all that, man. I'm just passionate about it. But that squib kick never works. You get the guy up back gets like the 25 or 28 and he runs to the 40. That squib kick goes out of bounds. They get it to 35. There's another penalty, and Baylor starts at the 40. 3 plays later, they score. All right, I'm good, man. I'm fired up for today.
You feel better? You're gonna love this. So
okay.
I just got word our guest with Connor Newt here in a minute is going to be Fernando Carmona.
Yes. Can we talk to him?
Yeah,
are we?
We can weigh in.
I want to talk to Fernando because that dude. I'm telling you, they got something. We got something. He's a massive, good run blocker. He played left tackle for a little bit. I don't know how he slipped so far down.
From our eyes and ears at practice today, was told on Next Man Up from Connor Newt, he was in the middle of the kerfuffle that happened earlier today. So that's good promising things from a rookie.
Explain the kerfuffle.
There was a little bit of hand gestures going on, a little bit of back and forth. So, look, kerfuffle of the fight, essentially. So,
did you see what they fined the Saints and Cowboys for fighting?
No.
$500,000 for yesterday's fight. Or it might be Wednesday's fight.
Damn near $500,000.
Damn, there it is, isn't it? Jerry's like, be damned. $500,000 fight because it takes away. I mean, some of these brawls are just amazing. I mean, it's just what the hell's going on here? So, $500,000. Amy's like, not today. I got me a new Cadillac coming in. Don't y'all ruin it. Yeah. By the way, Chase, the Titans signed a defensive end. Did you see this? I want you to pronounce his name on air live, please.
Okay. Yeah, I did see this. So let me pull this up.
He's ninth-year player out of Villanova, 6'7", 290.
So the Tennessee Titans have signed Milo Eifler, who's a linebacker, 6'2", 225, out of Joe's favorite college, Illinois.
Yep.
And then they signed a defensive end, 6'7", 289, out of Villanova, named
I mean, it looks like a Klingon name, does it not?
I was literally Tano Kaspasian?
I don't know. I was like Capassignon, but I don't know. And we're not making fun of his name. We just can't pronounce his name. Tano.
Pass what on?
His name. And they cut Matt Lauer, tight end from Boise State.
Well,
Matt Lauder.
He got fired from the Today Show, and then
they got cut from the Titans. Yeah. I'll be damned.
Pronunciation is Tano Passio.
How did you come up with that quick?
Tano Passigno is what Passigno, yeah.
Passigno?
Yeah, I know.
YOH is the last part of the pronunciation, so that'd be yo.
Look, how'd you get that so fast?
I just typed in the name and put pronunciation afterwards, and an NFL script came up.
Okay.
Well,
Tano.
On my Commodore 64, apparently.
It's working good over there. What's the one name? Is it Mariota? Is it the one they mispronounced most anything else?
Mariota.
Yeah.
Bayard was Bayard.
Oh God, that was terrible. So Mariota and Bayard. That's right.
Yeah.
Those are the two ones.
Yeah. Well, good for them that they. I like Tano. It's like
hell yeah. That's a pretty good name. If you could have any first name, what would it be?
I like Chase.
Do you?
Yeah.
But if you could change it like to anything else, don't get defensive.
Oh, I don't know.
I like Gabriel is a bad. I think like here comes Gabriel. I like that. I like Gabe. I do. I like Gabe.
Okay.
That's the fake name. Dr. Crane likes Ron Mexico. No, not Ron Mexico.
Vincenzo would be pretty cool.
What would your last name be? If your first name is Gabe, what would your last name be?
I get where you're going. It'd be Admonson. That's a good last name. Gabriel Admonson. Call me Gabe.
That sounds like a CBS correspondent.
Gabriel Admonson. Yeah, right. I just say Gabe's a cool name. Hunter's always been a cool name.
I like Hunter.
Gabe, Hunter. Dustin Hopkinsville is a really cool name. I like that one too.
If I had to change my name, man,
like if you went under witness protection,
Homer Thompson of Terror Lake. No, I I don't know. I kind of like the name Brett. Like I was a big Bret Hart fan, like the wrestler. Like I like the name Brett.
All right, Brett. All right. So
Mm-hmm.
Brett, Gabe,
it's not short for anything. It's just Brett.
Just Brett. Dr. Crane, Vincenzo.
Yeah, Vincenzo.
We remember
Vinny.
that,
Can we call you Vinny?
Yeah, Vinny would be great.
Vinny? Okay.
I like that.
All right. Vinny, Gabe, and Brett.
Say Vincenzo Sebastiano. I don't know.
We're not giving last names, man.
That's a UFC fighter if I've ever heard one.
It does sound like it, doesn't it? Yeah.
Vincenzo. What was the last name?
Sebastiano.
Sebastiano.
I could deal with that one there, right there. That's it. Go cut a new show up in Chase.
Let me get on it. I'll get Adam
Adam to the list.
Well, I'll get Adam Vingan to help me. So that would be good. You're right over there.
Could I have taken him in a fight? I don't know. You might.
Oh yeah, Traylon would be one. From the Titans, like Traylon, like a Traylon Burks, Traylon.
I could not.
People are probably going to forget that because he was pretty forgettable.
He was. Now he's on the Commanders roster. Tano, Capasino.
Remember that Jeremy in Clarksville on our text line. Y'all must have forgotten about the Titans drafting Honor Landry. Ask VY.
Right. I remember
I did forget about.
I was like, what the hell?
Honor Landry.
That and the with the John Travolta at the Oscars when he tried to do the one singing the song "Let It Go" and he butchered her name. It's so bad. Those are always good. But we got Tano Capasino, defensive end, 6'7", 290. He's been in the league 9 years.
Well, there you go.
9 years for that.
What is our question of the day?
So now, I don't know if you saw today, folks, there's a ruling come out that pro players can return to college, that some of the pro players that are on rosters right now who fear getting cut in 2 weeks have asked pro teams to cut them so they can go back to college. This is a real thing. Andrew Brandt, very respectable NFL columnist, said that players have gone to their teams and said, hey, you're going to cut me in 2 weeks. Cut me now so I can go back to college and play. Our question today, we like to have fun with this question, but today I want to know, is college football broken? Is it broken? How do you feel, our listeners, how do you feel about college football today? What's going on today? I know we're still going to watch, but how do you feel? When I read that this morning, I was like, we are now officially past the point of no return. You got this. Dr. Chris said there's a Seahawks player who went to the coach on Wednesday, said, cut me. I'm going to enter the transfer portal. He's in an NFL training camp. Is college football broken? Am I wrong on this? I still, there's some purity left in it, but not much.
So let me ask you this before I give you my answer.
All right.
Have you talked to the coach about this?
A little bit. And he's like, I'm focused on game one.
Okay, which is I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, there's just not a lot that he could figure out right now.
Is it broken? Hell yes, it's broken, but it's been broken. Like this is not like groundbreaking, but it's been broken.
Right. But this today coming out,
Yeah.
players going back in the last week.
But how many conversations have you and I had on this show about this is coming?
Right.
Like, and everybody's like, no, it's not going to get that bad. I'm like, guys, watch where this has been going.
Yeah.
You're going to get to a point where they're either making more in college than they are as a undrafted or a late round draft pick NFL player, or like, what's to stop? Here, follow me here, and we can take this into the next break. To my recollection, a certain quarterback we know came out as a junior. I believe that's correct. Out of Kentucky.
He got drafted, though. He's already gotten paid. So you can't. These are undrafted guys.
Are they all undrafted guys?
When I've looked at, they're all undrafted. I see what you're saying.
I thought there were some like late round picks.
I don't think so. I don't. At least the list I saw, there were not any.
Okay. Let's take this to the other side. What is to stop Will Levis? If Will Levis gets cut from training camp, which is likely going to happen, and he's on the street, what's to stop him from looking at what's going on, suing somebody, getting an injunction, and all of a sudden he can show up wherever he wants?
That's a year ago. I'd be like, "You're nuts." Today, I'm like,
"This is where it's going."
Yeah, right? Yeah. If you don't.
I mean, it's there. Like it's not going. It's there. Like
right.
I mean, what's to stop Diego Pavia from suing the NCAA again and figuring out a way to get another?
I'm waiting any second for an announcement from him. Like, hey, I've enrolled at Trinidad State or whatever it is to play another year.
What's gonna happen? Well, here I got a lot of thoughts on that. We're gonna talk about this. 615-737-1025. That's our phone and text line. Driven by WilsonCountyHyundai.com. Chasing Big Joe 1025 The Game.
What the hell are you doing, Will Levis?
Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game here on this Friday. 615-737-1025 is our phone and text line, driven by WilsonCountyHoney.com. Is college football broken? Or maybe the proper question is, how broken is it? Chasing Big Joe here. Here's my thing. We talked about it a couple of years ago of it's going to get to the point where guys go into the NFL and it doesn't work out, and then they have eligibility and they go back to college. A lot of people were like, nah, it's not going to get to that point. Now it is. You have undrafted guys that basically sued and gotten the extra year, and they're entering the transfer portal and eligible to play this year. So now you're a week out from week 0. You're playing games, most teams, in at least 2 weeks. And so you're going to have these guys coming in ready to – I mean, now, granted, they're in football shape because they've been in an NFL camp, but they don't know your offense or defense. But guess what? Here's where the problem is. You're going to have coaches that go, come on, because they're going to look at it as, you can help me.
Well, hello, there I'm hearing. But look, don't you have to be in class?
Joe.
Don't you have to be in class? If you don't have to be in class, then what are we doing? Like the Lenore Sellers, he's interning at a golf play. That's fine. You're interning, right? You're doing something and all that. But there's rules in place. You just can't get rid of the rules.
You know how the joke used to be that
you gotta go to class,
that the football players were taking intro to basket weaving?
Yeah.
Now they're taking advanced basket weaving.
But they're in class. They're enrolled.
Well,
gotta go to class.
But again, I don't think that's mattered for a while, because I see these guys that
what are we doing?
That play 4 years and have the graduate patch on them. Like how long have they been in grad school? 4 years.
There's no rules. I mean,
Right.
I hate using the phrase, it's the wild, wild west, but that's exactly what it is.
Here's what I predict is going to happen in some capacity. I've said it for years that eventually you're going to have, what we know as FCS FBS is going to pull away from everything and go be its own entity. Basically, what it's going to become is a minor league for the NFL.
Okay.
That's what it's going to be, except you're probably making more money in the minor leagues than you are at some levels in the NFL. The NFL is going to have to decide, are they going to support that, or are they going to push back and say, no, we need to fix this? That's going to be up to them. And then what's going to happen, traditional college football as we know it to an extent is going to be the FCS. And so you're going to have a championship over here for the FCS, and then you're going to have the FBS, which is going to be the SEC and the Big Ten and probably like the ACC or something, 36 whatever teams, and they're going to do their own thing. They won't be affiliated with the NCAA, and they may make a rule of, you know what? If you have a year or two left and you go to the NFL and it doesn't work out and you're not ready, you can come back. Like, I'm telling you, it's just it's leaning that way.
Joke.
The only way that's going to get stopped is if the NFL owners are like, no, we're not doing that. In other sports, the NBA, I mean, the NBA can be like, well, we got the G League,
right?
But baseball, I mean, but it's there. Like, I mean, we all thought it was crazy a year or 2 years ago, and now we're seeing it happen.
I'm efforting our coach to see if he's got some time to come on just for a moment to explain a few things happening.
Well, and I understand, like, this is probably not an easy thing for him to talk about because he doesn't really know what to say.
Well, I mean, it's happening. So I'm sure he's well versed on it. Look, it's like everybody gets a participation trophy. When your time is done, it's done. Leave.
Right.
Leave. You're gone. Pavia, your time is done. Go. Goodbye. If not, you have guys hanging around to the 40 years old. College football is broken in this regards. It's broken in this regards. I don't mind the transfer. We got Fernando Carmona coming on. He started at San Jose State, right? Probably the only offer he got out of high school. Plays his butt off. Arkansas says, hey, come with us. Goes to Arkansas, gets you. I don't mind that. I don't mind guys getting chances. But at some point, it's got to be over. Your time is done. You can't come back. You moved on. It's over, right? How do we get this across to these kids now? It's over. Can I go back and play at McGavock High School? They play Maplewood tonight. I'd love to play Maplewood. Can I go back? Why can't I go back? Why can't I go back tonight?
Well, I think
Can I go to a judge?
I think high school is different. I mean, I think because high school it's 4 years. There's never been an extra year. Like, it's pretty clear cut.
Should be clear cut all the way across.
I agree.
And they ruined it.
I agree.
And they absolutely ruined it. But I'd like to go play Maplewood tonight. So I'm sure Dr. Crane would like to go. Whoever's Ryan playing tonight?
John Overton High School, baby.
Go back tonight, right?
I failed math class my sophomore year. I need to retake that.
Your math class, all right.
Yeah, so I can go play.
I don't know. Seeing the thing today about guys, hey, cut me, I'm going to go out to college and play. And then the whole enrollment and school. I mean, it's just, where does it stop? Where does it begin? Where are we at now? Where are we going with all this stuff? All I know is that, look, college football starts 6 days. Also, please got a game next Thursday. MTSU starts in 2 weeks. Vanderbilt in 2 weeks. Tennessee in 2 weeks. Let's just start playing some games. And you got to tell these guys, no, your time is up. Beat it. Goodbye. You can hang out in the training room, but you're not playing today. I don't mind these guys getting their eligibility to the X limit, but then go. Goodbye. Don't come back. Come back as a fan. We like that. But it's got to stop at some point. It's got to stop at some point.
I agree. And by the way, there's one idiot that just reads a tweet and doesn't actually listen on Twitter said that, well, I can't believe you're saying a 3-year pro going back to college. I'm saying that the way that all this has gone with him suing the NCAA, he'll probably be able to if he wanted to. I'm not saying he will, but I'm saying that's how crazy this has all gotten. So listen to the full conversation before you want to run your little yap keyboard mouth.
So you got to you find a judge who lets you be part of this, and then you win. And then hope there's some – and I know there's some very smart judges out there who are going to strike all this nonsense completely down, because it is complete nonsense. Goodbye. Be done. See ya.
615-737-1025. We'll get to your calls and texts on this. In fact, we'll just go to Stan right now. Stan, what you got?
Yeah, you kind of stole my thunder, but
Sorry.
don't insult my intelligence. Whoever is calling it college football, it's not college football anymore. It's semi-pro, and so we got to come up with a different categorization. It's not college football.
Great point.
Yep.
Stan. Great point on that. It is semi-pro football.
And I also see, there's the phrase out there, trickle down economics. You don't have to look any further than the game last night. How many of those kids on either of those teams, started at those schools in the 9th grade, matriculated on up. I mean,
right.
So it's all, at some point we're not going to be able to call it high school football either. And they're eligible to be getting paid in high school now too, with their version of NIL. So it's all an abomination based on where we were, a few decades ago. But it's intriguing, I'll give you that. But let's not call it college football, call it semi-pro. Thank you, guys.
Great call, Stan.
Thanks,
You're exactly
Stan.
right
Yep.
about that. Yeah, I mean, he's right. I mean, it is semi-pro football because those guys getting paid. And I just don't know. I mean, I just saw that tweet today from Andrew Brandt, and I was like, you got to be kidding me.
Yep. Fernando Carmona Jr. scheduled to join Connor Newt at Titans practice here in just a little bit. So we'll have that as they have the joint practices against the Seahawks today. We'll have more coming on this and more. Chase and Big Joe, 102.5 The Game. Chasing Big Joe 102.5 The Game here on this Friday.
Was that in mono?
I think so.
Oh, that's
It
awesome.
went in one ear and out the other.
Right.
Yeah, that's cool. Ricky on the text line, not our Ricky, says, funniest thing today is Joe thinking all college players actually go to class. I mean,
They're supposed to.
they're
supposed to.
I know.
So, I mean, that's part of the deal. Student athlete.
Athletic student, maybe.
I don't know.
Let's go back to the phones. Kevin wants to weigh in. Kevin, what's up?
Yeah, no, thanks. Like NFL intern league, right? Like the G League did that with the NBA, but I think the NFL and the owners stand to gain from having still college athletics, air quotes college athletics, because the brands. I think the brands provide like free and unbelievable marketing for the units or the players that are going to enter into their league and make stars out of them before they get there. So there's a ton of benefit, I think, to having that. Yeah, I don't think that it works like the G League would for the NBA. But also, too, the other point I was going to ask about is like, have you guys like understood what is the legal argument? Like, what is the argument that these judges are like making legal determination for to allow these guys? Or would you guys even be able to have like an attorney on as a guest to like really dive into that and find out like why? And then also, too, one of you guys said earlier, it'd be interesting to like, there's going to be a judge that comes around and smacks this stuff down. Like what would their legal determination be in order to achieve that? I'm just really interested to know if you guys have looked into that or know anything. So I appreciate it.
Yeah. Thanks for the call, Kevin. Appreciate it. I mean, I'm not a lawyer.
It changes every day.
Right. And it depends on what, like this is a judge in Kentucky. Does a judge in Arkansas or a judge in, I mean, they can all make different rulings.
Yeah. No, that might be one of the best phone calls we've had in a long time here. Thank you for that. Because exactly what we're talking about, right? We're trying to figure out the who's and the whys and why judges are now getting involved. When the judge got involved with the quarterback at Texas Tech, we all said, like, why are you involved in this? It's nothing to do with you. Then you find out that allegedly he's a Texas Tech graduate or something. And it gets all muddled down, and that's the problem. What's going on right now? It's all come to the surface now. We're all like, all right, what the hell is going to happen next? Where's it going to go? And it's just insanity every single day. And I'm not sure a lawyer knows. Like, what? I'm not sure because this is all brand new for a lot of people. Hell, the coaches don't know what's going on, and it's not their fault at all.
No, it's not. I mean, and they're supposed. I mean, look, he'll never admit it, but that's why Saban got out. That's why a lot of these guys are like, I'm not going to deal with this.
Right. Crap. None of that. By the way, our good friend Chad Withrow, we love you, man. This David, what's his name? DGG, David Gorges.
David Gabriel George.
David Gabriel George.
There's an S, but it's silent, apparently.
Thank you. He's like, Tennessee's going to the SEC in one of his 3 years on campus. I was like, Chad, come on. We know he's good. Just don't put this on this young man. Let him enjoy his senior year.
Well, he probably is enjoying his senior year with all the hype he's getting.
Yeah, right.
So
from those that I know down there that know that program, and they say he's an outstanding young man, like outstanding young man.
So Chattanooga Baylor's a boarding school, right?
It is.
So they go there and they live there.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's what there was a school here that wanted to be, that is in talks, was to be a boarding school, but I don't know where that has gone or if it's still viable. I don't know.
Is it one that used to be a boarding school?
It's one that with a coach that I can't stand.
Okay. Yep. I know who you're talking about.
Not our boy, Mr. Hasselbeck. We love Tim.
We love Tim.
Also, Chase, DGG is from Canada.
Is he?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Like, there's some really good players on that team from Canada.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Same for Macaulay. They're also a boarding school. So,
Yep.
Same area.
Did Ted Turner go to Baylor? I think Ted Turner went to Baylor. I know the best offensive lineman in the history of football, John Hanna, went to Baylor. Played at Alabama, played the Patriots.
So the former Florida State quarterback, Thomas Castellanos, he's now eligible because of this ruling. Like, and he was okay. He wasn't great. I mean, he was fine.
Right.
So, like, who's going to sign him?
A college?
Yeah.
Great point. I don't know.
Like, would you sign him right now knowing that, your season starts next week?
Not in a second. No. The offense,
okay.
no.
Now, what if you are, struggling school A is what we'll call them.
Okay.
That your coach is probably on the hot seat, but you're not, you're an FCS school. But it's like, man, this could put us over the top if I brought in a D1 caliber QB like this.
So let me ask you this. A little Q&A here for you. 2 weeks out from the season, say next week out, okay? You bring him in. Does it piss off the team? Right? Yeah.
Well, probably. But do they look at him going like, well, he's better than the –
Some will say, but that quarterback's probably got some friends on the team.
Yeah.
And I think it's a bad thing. You got what you got and move forward. It's just you can't bring these guys at the last second to try to do that. You're not Deion Sanders. That's what you're doing. You're not Deion. It's not going to work.
Now, he's the guy – who's his quarterback?
It's the kid from Liberty. Salters.
No, he's gone. I think he's gone.
Oh, is he gone?
I could be wrong.
I don't.
Caden Salter, in Colorado.
Yeah.
It's that Julian Lewis kid. He was the freshman. They brought him in. He was a 5-star quarterback.
Was he a transfer or is he?
No,
Okay.
True freshman. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Julian Lewis, I believe, is his name.
I see. That's the problem. I used to know all these, but they start switching around so much. Who's the quarterback? TJ. What's his name? Was it 7 schools?
TJ Finley.
TJ Finley. 7 schools. 7 schools to do that. And I gave when Joe Burrow left Ohio State to LSU.
Seems like something you and I would have done.
Right. I was like, you know what? If you don't, I get the one-time transfer. Like my thing with Burrow was like, all right, you're not going to get anywhere in Ohio State. Work harder, be harder, but go to LSU and get your opportunity. I'm fine with that. But when it doesn't work out at school number 2, that's on you. That is on you at school 2. Then you go 3, 4, 5. That's on you. Just give it up at that point. You're not going to get there. So many quarterbacks bounce around left and right. 2 schools, man. 3 schools more. That is on you going forward.
2513. Breaking news. Tom Brady has decided to take advantage of his missed 5th year at Michigan and is returning to the Wolverines.
All right. Although he did get redshirted in 95. Brady did. Yeah. He played 96 through 99. He beat Alabama in the Orange Bowl his last game in college. But
yeah, who was the other quarterback that was there?
Drew.
Oh, what was his last name? He played for a little bit in the NFL.
That's not Drew Fan. That's a former Vanderbilt baseball player. What's his name? Because he backed up Brian Greasy in 97. Brady did when they won the national championship in the Rose Bowl. What was his name?
Drew Henson.
Yeah, that's right.
Drew Henson and Brian Greasy both played quarterback at Michigan alongside Tom Brady.
Yeah. So, look, and Brady talks about it, man. When you get the opportunity, are you ready to go? Are you consistent that you prepare hard?
TJ Finley, LSU, Auburn, Texas State, Western Kentucky, Georgia State, Incarnate Word.
6 schools. 6. He's doing the reverse Cam Ward.
Yeah.
Cam Ward went from Incarnate Word to Washington State to Miami. This dude's going from Auburn, Texas State, and now Incarnate Word.
And he played at Auburn for 2 years.
Did he?
So LSU 2020, Auburn 21-22, Texas State 23, Western 24, Georgia State 25, Incarnate Word 26.
Is he a COVID restriction kid?
I guess
that is ridiculous. If you're applying for a job with me and I see you've got 6 jobs in 4 years, I got to ask a few questions.
So 7th year of eligibility.
I get it. If you were redshirted, then you had a medical. Because I played with a guy that had a medical. He had 6 years. That's fine. Because you got injured pretty bad, and NCAA will grant you a medical in some cases. He got that. But this is just you're not getting your starting position. So I'm gonna leave, and I'm gonna go to another school because I'm not starting here. Boom. Talked to a few high school coaches this week as we get ready for the game blitz tonight, who have said the transfer rule is ripping them apart.
I believe it.
Open enrollment, kids going here and there. It's got to stop, man. It's got to stop somewhere. Also, the Hunters Lane High School not having enough kids to play.
That's sad.
Mount Juliet Christian Academy not enough kids to play. I talked to a good friend of mine, John Davidson, who out in Henry County. Their freshman team's around 25 kids, normally 50. I mean, you have to co-op, or we're going to have to do something about football and numbers because it's going down. And God bless, we love Chris Johnson, but when your mom sees that and you're 15 years old and you want to play high school football, your mom ain't letting you play football. That's where it is. And if your mom says you ain't playing, you ain't playing. That's fine to do all that. But the numbers are down so much across the board. I don't know what we're all going to do. I don't either. Hunter's Lane forfeited a game tonight. Don't have the numbers. So my solution is we need to start co-oping these high schools to get guys to play. Glencliff needs to co-op with Overton. Not going to hurt if 20 Glencliff kids come together. No, you're going to have to do this to sustain high school football in Metro and some counties. You're going to have to do this because it's dwindling, and I don't know where it ends. I don't. And I love high school football. I love what it meant to me. I love the world, these kids, and these coaches, and we'll highlight them all tonight. But it's something, man. I don't know if it's been going down for a long time. The purity of the game is still there, but you throw all this other nonsense into it. We have spent 46 minutes today not talking about, and that's my fault because I want to get this out there, not talking about actual on the field.
Yeah.
And that's my fault. But
That's
I
all right.
had to, this is a huge topic in sports world, and we needed to talk about it.
Absolutely. We will have more coming up next, including Fernando Carmona at some point. I think they have wrapped up practice, so it should be momentarily that he joins. We'll do that ahead. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game. Chase and Big Joe, 102.5 The Game here on this Friday. We've been fired up today.
Hello, there we are.
How you doing?
Hello, McFly. Hey, who is this?
Ernest.
Ernest. We love Ernest.
We do love Ernest.
We do love Ernest, right? Ernest, good guy. Actually, one of the few people that knows my name. All right.
I know your name. Your name is Joe.
That happened. Just call me TJ Finley. And I'm the TV world of TJ Finley. I've been at 3 stations, trying to get 4, trying to get 5. Don't quit at 6. Go to 7. We love it. We love seeing that big bald goofball on TV.
We love Elvis.
I don't forget, folks, tonight, 9:30 after Chase, Pogue wraps up the game of the week. Got the game blitz for you. Scoreboard show, 9:30 to midnight, brought to you by Southeast Financial Credit Union. We're so excited to have them on board. We have a lot of fun. Dr. Crane, I would say stop by tonight, but you've got to be back here at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning.
That's correct.
Yeah, that's true. He's got to be. He's a busy guy.
I'm a busy boy.
But in the meantime, we got the producer, the wonderful Brando, with us tonight, rolling. And so we'll let Connor Newt, myself, and Brando tonight. And I've bestowed the hard part of the show upon one Connor Newt.
He's got the scoreboard.
You got to go. I mean, it's a score. That is the most important part of the show. I believe in Connor Newt. So I've given Connor Newt the scoreboard part of the show tonight.
I believe in him too. We are shifting some things around because it looks like the coach is going to join us at 1:30.
1:30.
So we'll clear some things up with Walt Wells. And then I think we're pushing Chris to 2 o'clock.
Yes.
And then for Carmona is going to join us probably at the top of the hour. They're still kind of finishing some things up over there. So,
You know what's great about Carmona? Who does he practice against every day?
Jeffrey Simmons.
I mean, does it give
John
me
Franklin Myers.
Right.
By the way, did you see the viral clip of
Can we run that?
of John Franklin Myers?
I love it.
That
It was just
awesome,
like,
man.
right, here it is.
This is like F-bomb after F-bomb.
Yeah, and smiling and laughing.
And everybody else is laughing. Like you could hear some people that are having that like uncomfortable laugh. Like you're like, is this good?
Yeah, right. What happens though if you take that live?
Oh, you're dumping out.
What if somebody's not in the studio? Maybe they've run to get some water or something while the interview's going on.
Well, if that's the case, then we're going to have a conversation as the program director, because whenever you run anything live that you don't have control of, you best be sitting in the studio.
The wardrobe
It won't be like me that it learned as an intern because the producer went and took a smoke.
Right. Was that Hall?
Yeah.
Oh, we miss that guy.
I miss that guy too.
So I didn't know that the wardrobe malfunction with Janet Jackson it happened on February 1st, 2004. This is what I was told. You have a year to file a claim against CBS.
That is true.
A year.
That is true.
So you could go on January 30th and say, hey, I was offended by the wardrobe malfunction.
So here's some inside baseball.
Okay.
To educate the audience. If I just, snapped and I went off on you or whatever, and I was dropping F-bombs and S-bombs and all this stuff and saying, now that is, considered like I'm cussing, but that's not like vulgar necessarily. But then I'm like talking about, stuff you really can't talk about on the radio. Then yes. So then from a year from now until August 21st, 2027, people could file a complaint with the FCC. And then I would be subject to a fine. Bud would be subject to a fine as the licensee. But it's a long, long process.
But somebody still could.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, and also too, like so to go back to your original point, if we were running that press conference and, he starts going on and something slips through, now we probably don't get fined for that. Somebody could still complain. But like if the effort is shown of, hey, we dumped out and then he kept going and the dump ran out and then we faded out of it.
Yeah.
You can make the argument of, we tried to get out.
Okay. Because he cussed.
Oh, he
nonstop.
Well, as a program director, first thing I thought of was across the street, they do air those. And I'm like, ooh, I bet that wasn't fun.
No, not at all. I mean, it was funny
Oh, it's hilarious.
because everybody's laughing. He's having a good time about football and everything. But my Lord, I watched it 10 times. So it was like, how did this and the Titans PR people are so uncomfortable.
Oh, I'm sure.
Because they get so nervous about all that.
Well, and I wonder too, because like on cable, you can pretty much get away with anything now.
Yeah.
And even on, as you know, and this applies to radio, but after 10 p.m. safe harbor, you can get away with a little bit more.
Oh, can we?
As well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Game blitz tonight.
All right. But what is this bull?
Right.
But I do wonder, like, if America will be like, some other countries at some point of like, we just don't care anymore. Because like, if you think you're keeping, and I don't have kids yet. I'm sure when I do, I'll watch my mouth and all that. But like, if you think you're going to keep their ears clean, you're not.
Well, maybe, I think we still keep it in place.
Yeah. So
why are you waving my picture? I'm trying to take
sorry
of a news anchor who's beautiful, and I'm trying to take a picture that I'm eventually going to send to you in about 30 seconds.
Good, thank you.
Oh my goodness. So yeah, so it's I don't know, just that press conference was funny, and it happens. Things happen sometimes that you can't control.
Yeah, that is true. We'll have more coming in hour number 2 next. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game. Chasing Big Joe, hour number 2, 102.5 The Game on this Friday. Hope you're having a great day to this point. We'll have Connor Newt join in a few minutes and have an interview after Titans practice with Fernando Carmona. Looking forward to that, who right now seems to be the starting right guard for the Tennessee Titans, rookie out of Arkansas. So looking forward to that. We have shifted Chris Sanders to 2 o'clock. And the coach, Walt Wells, will join us at the bottom of the hour. So looking forward to that here in the second hour.
Did you watch any of the Texans-Raiders game last night?
I did. He's not ready, but, we kind of knew that. I think that that pick 6 he threw was, Troy Aikman did a great job of explaining he goes, it's almost beneficial that he threw that interception because he's going to see that those windows he had in college are a lot tighter in the NFL, and you just can't make a throw like that at this level. So I thought it was really good. And then the interview that he did with Laura Rutledge, he goes, "Hey, I just want to give a shout out to Mr. Buck," and she's like, "Well, what about Mr. Aikman?" "Well, Mr. Aikman too, but nobody gives Mr. Buck enough love. So I just want to make sure he knows he's appreciated."
Oh, that's fantastic.
But
I like that.
I love this guy.
I think he'll be really good. I really do. And it'll be a time, and Aikman's right about that. Make all these mistakes you can in the preseason and learn and go on. And it's a different world, man. It is a different world. As if Derek Mason's talked about that, from college to the pros. Our guy in studio, not the MTSU coach. But it is the adjustment period happens. And we talked about that with Cam Ward. Like last year, I don't mind Cam Ward last year went rogue halfway through the season because nobody was supporting him there. That's fine. But now rein it back in with Brian Dable, see what you can do, work together. And I hope Cam on Sunday night lights the world up.
Yeah.
I hope I don't come on the show Monday like, hey, this guy can hit an out route. I hope I come on the show Monday and say, did you see that pass?
Yeah.
See how he commanded the offense? That's great. So another chance for Cam on Sunday night versus the Seahawks, national TV again, to see how well he can play. And I hope he does outstanding on Saturday or Sunday night.
Yeah, and I mean, we'll get an update. In fact, can I call an audible while we're here on the fly?
Yeah.
Is Connor sitting there right now? Can we bring him on and just kind of get a general update of what happened today over with the joint practice? Hi, Connor. Maybe. Yeah, there he is.
Hey.
Hi.
What's up?
Can you give us an update on how Cam was, what practice was like?
Yeah, sure. Up and down day, mostly good from Cam today. Did throw an interception to Okada, who I thought was a wrestler, but it turns out he's a cornerback as well. Threw it trying to find Carnell Tate in a tight window. Just made a good play on the ball. That was the low light of Cam Ward today, but had some good moments as well. Found Alec Iomanner on a slant across the middle in the end zone in the red zone period of practice today. And some mostly check downs and screen plays for them today. Did find Daniel Bellinger as well in the end zone near the end of practice. So a moderately good day for Cam Ward. I would say he looked a lot more composed in the pocket. Some of those processing issues and decision-making things we've been talking about with him over the last week since the San Francisco game, I don't think they were as prevalent today. So I would say probably a B- day from Cam Ward today.
And then did I read Alontae Taylor was able to pick off Sam Darnold?
You did. And do you know who he was covering?
I do not.
Jackson, Smith, and Jigba.
Ooh, nice play there.
Very good play. Yeah, was it the ball hawk it? It was kind of hard to see from our vantage point because we're pretty limited in where we can actually stand now. But he did. It was on the other far field. Looked like he bit on the ball, made a great play, took it all the way to the end zone, and you could just hear the choruses of cheers from the Titans defense.
Nice. Well, very cool. I know you're going to have Fernando Carmona here in a few minutes, but we're sitting here speculating on, I wonder how practice went, when I was like, we could just talk to the guy that's there. So that
right here,
that would make it easier. So
here's Fernando right here.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, go ahead. You go ahead and get things started. And then we'll have Joe jump in. I'll give him a second to get situated and get the headset on.
It's a social grace. How you doing today?
Dr. Crane, and give me the thumbs up when he's ready to go. Yeah, I'm excited to hear from this guy because I think right now this is looking like this is going to be one hell of a pick.
What if Connor's like, "Hey, how are you? Are you Connor? I'm Fernando." Just confuse him out of the gate.
Connor, take it away.
Thanks, guys. Here with Fernando Carmona, right guard for the Tennessee Titans. Fernando, you went against a pretty elite pass rush today for Seattle. How do you think things held up out there?
I think it went well, man. As a whole unit, we played really well. Obviously, got to watch the tape. There's going to be some things to clean up, like always. But they're a really good team. They got a really good front, and that's what you want to see in these preseasons. That's how you get better.
You have an advantage that a lot of players in the NFL don't have, and that's that you get to go up against Jeffrey Simmons day in and day out on a practice. How has he made you better, not just today, but throughout the preseason?
Yeah, he's made me a lot better. I mean, we've been going after it for about 2 weeks now, or a little bit longer than that, and you learn something new every day going against them, and you see a new move. You see something that I've never seen in football going up against them, and so you have to learn fast. If not, you're going to be looking stupid on film. And so he's been awesome to go up against, and he's made me a really good player.
You obviously spent a lot of time at Arkansas playing SEC football, which I think you and I can both agree is the highest level of college football there is. What's the differences in playing SEC football to now the next level in the NFL?
Yeah, man, there's definitely obviously there's a step up, but it's probably the closest thing that you could get to the NFL. And so coming to this level, I mean, there's some certain things I have to get better. I talked about it earlier in the press conferences, getting off the ball. That's kind of the biggest thing. And I think obviously there's some strain and muscle things I got to get better. I got to get stronger. But it's pretty damn similar to the SEC. And so being able to play at Arkansas and getting those reps has helped me out a lot.
You are matched up on the right side with J.C. Latham. How does he complement your kind of game?
Yeah, man, I love playing next to J.C. He's a really good leader to me, really good veteran to me, and he's just a dog. He has that alpha mentality. He loves to hit shit. Sorry, I don't know if I'm allowed to cuss, but he loves to hit people, and so I love just playing next to him because we both have that similar mindset.
Let me turn things over to a former offensive lineman.
Hey,
Joe, take it away.
Hey, Fernando, Joe here. A big fan of you, man. Listen, I was watching the other night on TV at midnight. Don't ask why I was up. I was out watching Memphis play Arkansas last year, and all they did was talk about you, your progression from left tackle to guard, and how you did everything. And I'm wondering, how did you get from San Jose State to Arkansas? What was it about Arkansas that wanted you to go there?
Yeah, man. When I entered the portal, I had a good amount of options to go different places, and funny enough, when they offered me, I told my parents, and my parents thought I was crazy. They're like, no way you're going to Arkansas. There's nothing to do out there, this and that. And then we touched down a week later, and we fell in love the second that we landed there. And I'm getting goosebumps right now talking about it because I love that place so damn much. And, just being there with Coach Pittman, Coach Mateos, Pittman's one of the best offensive linemen, offensive minds that there is. And so that's what really brought me there, and then obviously the beautiful state of Arkansas.
I love it. How did your game develop at San Jose State to Arkansas? What did Sam Pittman teach you that made you better as an offensive lineman?
Yeah, he came in and he taught me, it's going to sound crazy, but to treat every block as a tackle. He's like, you got to think in the defender's mindset. He's like, when they go to tackle, what do? They sink their hips, they drop their pads, and they lower, and they go through. Now, instead of wrapping your arms around them, get in your hands, fit in between, and drive on that angle, just like you're tackling them, but just with your hands inside. And so that was kind of like his coaching mindset. And ever since he put that into my mind, it's kind of changed my game and the way I look at football and offensive line play.
Fernando, I've played with guys who hem and hawed when we're going to move you from tackle to guard and guard to tackle. Guys get upset. Why did you embrace the move from tackle to guard at Arkansas?
Yeah, it was one of those conversations that we had right at the end of the season. And it was coming out of a place of love, man. When, ever Pittman talked to me or Mateos, I knew that they wanted the best for me. And it was one of those things that when they brought it up to me, I was like, these guys aren't going to just tell me something because, they're doing it for themselves. And, they've seen that this was my future. And I'm so happy I did it because, this is going into my second year playing guard. And now I'm playing right guard. I just have that much more experience, especially playing in the SEC, and I understand how it is playing in that phone booth.
Exactly right. You get to go against Jeffrey Simmons every day in practice. Good for you for that, right? What has Jeffrey Simmons taught you? Because I got to imagine when you walk in that field, you're like, oh, God. But you embrace that battle, and look what you've done, look what you accomplished. What has Jeffrey Simmons taught you?
Yeah, no, he's taught me a lot. The biggest thing, I mean, we were walking off the field 2 days ago or 3 days ago, and he had just told me, man, he was like, you got to play your game. He's like, do what you do because that's what got you here. And because it got to a day where he beat me inside. He beat me inside like twice. And then the next day I was like, all right, I'm not going to get beat inside. Well, then he beat me around the edge twice. And he was like, at the end of the day, you got to play your game. And so just having those veterans, seeing what they see in my game, it's been a lot of fun to be around them and have them help me grow.
I love it. And Fernando, you're from Las Vegas. You get to return home to your hometown in late December to play the Raiders. I know it's a long way down, but the fact that you get to return there has got to be a great feeling, man.
Man, that's going to be a special game. Obviously, we got to take it. You know, we got this week, we got the defending champs in our house, but that's going to be a very special moment when we go down there. I want to say it's a few days after Christmas, too. So being able to see the family and all that's going to be awesome.
Fernando Carmona is with us. One last one before we let you go, Fernando. You've played in the SEC a long time. What's the toughest environment you've seen in the SEC?
Ooh, there's a lot of good ones, man.
Not to put you on the spot.
No, I mean, obviously, I got to say the Hogs. You know, when we're rolling and it's a night game, it's tough to play in Arkansas. But outside of Arkansas, I mean, I think the most fun I had in the hardest environment was Rocky Top. As much as I hate to say it, and you know, I'm not the biggest fan of Tennessee, but that damn Rocky Top chant is so damn catchy, and I caught myself a few nights after the game singing it to myself. And so it's a tough environment. It's a lot of fun. The environment's elite. Walking in, you see the river. I mean, nothing beats it.
He's Fernando Carmona, rookie right guard for the Tennessee Titans. Inside track at that right guard position at that. Fernando, thank you for your time.
Appreciate you guys.
All right. Back up to you guys.
Connor, good job. Thank you, Fernando. Really good stuff there. I could listen to him talk for a long time. I mean, it just, you can hear the excitement there. We'll have more coming, including Walt Wells at the bottom of the hour. It's Chasing Big Joe on a Friday, 102.5 The Game. Chasing Big Joe 102.5 The Game here on this Friday. 3446 says great interview from Newt. I agree, that was good. I mean, listening to Fernando Carmona, I mean, I'm fired up for this kid. He loves football.
Well, here's the deal. He's going to shut his mouth, do what he's told, work hard. Boom. That's the kind of offensive lineman you got to have. And that dude's a mauler. Willing to learn, willing to adapt his position, willing to move from tackle to guard, coachable. How many times do we get coaches on here and they say, are you coachable?
Yeah.
That's every time. Coachable, right? Working hard. You can make something good right there. So, look, they get that right guard solidified. If Latham could be good, you get a center. You know what Skoronski's got? Dan Moore could be average. You got something.
Well, I mean, think about it. This year, if for a fact Latham's our guy, Carmona's our guy, you're good on the right side.
Perfect.
Maybe Schlotman is the center for the next couple of years. Maybe he's a stopgap. Same with Dan Moore. You can address center and left tackle next year in the draft, and then you have your offensive line for the next 4 or 5 years.
They just have to be as a unit, start 17 games. It'd be great if they could start 14 together as a unit. Be great.
Yeah,
it's asking a lot, but then you got Dan Moore free agent, Skoronski draft, Schlotman free agent, Carmona draft, Latham draft. So 3 of your 5 is guys that you drafted you could build around. And this Bill Callahan being the greatest offensive lineman coach of all time, that nonsense is gone. Let's get a coach in there who works those guard and pass protect. Got to pass protect Cam Ward.
Yeah. I mean, give him time. If you give him time and these receivers get open, then who knows what this team can be.
Yep. There's a good offensive lineman said yesterday on the radio said, I need you to be a really good pass blocker and an average run blocker. I don't want a great run blocker and an average pass protector. Not going to work out. So we'll see. And that's good work. And then we'll see what happens on Sunday night. Did Salah say anything about Nick about
no,
starters?
I don't think he said anything about Nick.
I'm not been able to give a glance at that just yet.
He should
catch up.
Right?
Hang on. I'm looking right now. So let's see.
It's always the first question.
Mm-hmm.
Are the starters going to play Sunday night and how much?
Let's see. Salah said Cam Ward has had a great camp.
We love Cam Ward.
Starters will play in preseason game on Sunday per Robert Saleh. Doesn't say how long.
Good.
According to Tron. But
Love
they
it.
will play.
I love this mindset now playing these guys. If you get hurt, you get hurt. I'm sorry. But if you can't go into a game thinking I'm going to get hurt, then you get hurt. Just go out and play as good as well as you can. You're going to have to do that.
Yeah. See if there's anything added. No one is sitting. Salah says a plan for Titans Sunday night for game. So
play them all.
Yep. Everyone should be available.
And I think it'd be a fun environment. The first preseason game at Nissan Stadium, national TV, get over there and have a good time and cheer on. And I think Cam and them might be a little bit longer in this game.
I mean,
just a tad.
If this is the second preseason game, take him to the half. Mm-hmm. I don't see any harm in that. Play him to the half. You could decide at halftime if you want him to come back out for a series, or if you've seen enough, then you go to the backups and then don't play him in the third game.
Right. But pound in Cam's head, don't run.
Yeah.
Throw that. If you got to scramble a bit, that's fine. Slide, but throw that ball out of bounds. We need you. You are the guy to make this team go. Don't get injured.
Or
please.
you better have such a green field that that the defender is in Waverly.
Yeah.
Like that's how far away they are.
And then when he gets to Dixon, slide.
Yeah, right.
Right. Just do that. We don't need you running, buddy. We don't need you.
No.
You're the X factor on this team.
I told you on Madden, he's kind of slow. So.
Oh my gosh. You know what though? The Cats game that we called, that last play, I want some team to run that play where the quarterback fakes jumping over the pile.
Oh, yeah.
And everybody collapses and then some dude just spins out like
I
a
don't
little
think
wheel
he was
route.
faking that. I think he was literally.
But I want the coach to do it. I want the quarterback to do that now. Like go up. Because Tebow did the old dump pass.
Yeah.
And you couldn't defend that.
The jump pass. Yeah.
You could not defend that. I like that was a really good call. Executed. It's a different narrative we're talking about right now.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. Coming up next, your best friend and the official coach of the Chasing Big Joe show, Walt Wells of Eastern Kentucky going to join us, an impromptu, and we appreciate him taking the time to do that to clear some of these things up going on with college football.
Yes. Yep.
So we will talk to Coach Wells. Coming up next, Jason Big Joe, 102.5 The Game. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game on this Friday, and we're excited about our next guest and appreciate him taking the time to do this last minute. The official coach of the Chasing Big Joe show, Coach Walt Wells, Eastern Kentucky, joins us now. Coach, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How y'all doing?
We're fantastic. Thanks as always for jumping on with us because college football is in a really weird place. There's a judge in Kentucky that has basically made some of these guys that are eligible. Some of them have been in NFL camps, but we wanted to have you on to kind of clear this up because I can remember about a year ago we had a conversation of, is it going this way where these guys could flunk out in the NFL and still have eligibility and come back? So why don't you clear some of this up of how you understand it?
Well, it's funny when y'all, Joe texted me about coming on about this, I was like, okay, I've got some opinions. There's some court pendings. Well, literally during that time, I just got an email from our compliance office that says the 10th Circuit Court Court of Appeals ruled 2-1 decision to grant the NCAA's stay request in the Wines case. This means those student athletes who fell under the case, 22 high school graduates who exhausted eligibility during 25 and 26 academic year are no longer granted the 5th year while the case is pending. So with that news, it sounds like to me, anybody that had left and exhausted their 4 years is not getting the 5th year while the case is still pending. Now, does that mean that they drag it out till February? And then here come the other lawsuits? But it sounds like to me right now they're not going to allow those people to play.
Okay, so say you got a player that comes back, right? I'm going to return, he comes EKU, and there's a temporary restraining on he can come back and do that. If a judge overrules him to come back, then not only have you wasted time with this guy, you've wasted reps on guys that you had pinned in to start. You're basically in one of the most no-win situations, Coach, that a coach could be in.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. Plus, you're using scholarship funds to go ahead and get him started because most we don't start school till Monday. We're one of the latest. Most schools have already started. Okay, so there's still a school element in all this. And they have to either be in grad school or, getting a second degree or finishing the degree that they probably didn't have. And they're in classes, not to mention the rev share amount that they're going to get. Okay. And all the other things that they get, the cost of attendance, the Austin, all that kind of stuff. So, there's depending on where you're at in school, there's a lot of things going on. But yeah, you're wasting reps, you're wasting time. Some of these guys just got cleared, just got acclimated, just got back into camp, and now they're being told to leave or that they're not going to be able to play. So now you're dealing with the emotions of all that. And where do I go? What do I do? Why did I leave camp to come back if I'm not going to be able to do this? And then, all right, you get another injunction from a judge in your state that says, hey, you can, I don't care what they say, in the state of, Oklahoma, you can play. Well, what happens when the NCAA comes back and says, no, you're not going to play. And if you play, you forfeit all those games.
I don't know. I know you got to prepare for a game next week, but you have to look at all that's happening, right? I mean, you're doing
doubt.
more than just coaching. You're having to read all these legal briefs that are coming down.
Oh, it's, you got a compliance office that helps you, but you also got to look into it and see, is there any competitive advantage I can get from it? And if there is, then is my compliance going to allow me to do that? Well, maybe EKUs will, or maybe EKUs won't. But what about the other schools? What if they do? What if Tarleton State says, well, we don't care. We're going to do it. And so, that's just me. I mean, it's happening in the SEC. It's happening in the Big Ten and the Big 12 and all of them. And so everybody, every level's got different amount of people that help. But for most of us, we're trying to just figure out, who can play for this upcoming Saturday in week 0 that we have.
Walt Wells is with us, and I would imagine too, Coach, that let's just call them player A. I'm not going to give him a real name, but has been a power 4 player, and all of a sudden they're available. I mean, you as a coach and trying to have the best team you have, obviously have to pay attention to that and at least, see what's possible, even though, you have your guys that are there. I feel like every coach at every level, like you said, has to look at it.
No, you have to. I mean, we're looking at it right now and, looking at guys and seeing what type of guys are available. And, of course, we're limited staff. We don't have the staff that others have. And so we're looking to see who all's available and can, A, can they help us? B, then you got to research, are they the type of people you want in your program? Are they going to come in and fit in and not, bring negative things to your program, not just on the field, but off the field. And then, academically, you got to figure out, can they get into school? Can they, where are they going to fit into school? All those type things. And so if it's a graduate, 9 times out of 10, they have to go into a master's plan. Well, they have to get into the graduate school. And that ain't easy to do. That doesn't happen as quick as undergraduate admissions. So it's a little bit of everything that you're going through. Not to mention we're finishing. Today's our last day of training camp. And so we're trying to finish 3 weeks of training camp and let our guys see the light at the end of the tunnel. They've seen girls on campus for the first time in 3.5 weeks. So,
right.
I got to worry about that too.
All right, go back to Woody. We're talking to Walt Wells, proud graduate of McGavock High School, head coach at Eastern Kentucky. I think you said something telling earlier, Coach, that if a judge in Texas allows this to happen, and you play Tarleton State and other schools in Texas, but yet the judge in Kentucky says no, you're at a disadvantage because they could bring in guys, right?
Right. And, and obviously Texas is a little bigger state and got a lot more Division I schools that you can have guys drop down from or FBS schools. And so it's, there's a lot of things you worry about what you worry about. I can't worry about what Tarleton State's doing. I got to worry about what I can do at EKU and get that done. But in the end, you look up, you see it. It is a competitive advantage in some sorts, so if it happens. I'm not saying that could happen, but I mean, I'm not a lawyer, I'm not a judge, I'm not any of that stuff. But they seem to keep getting these injunctions. It's like injunction after injunction after injunction. So This was the latest one that I read. Was the latest one from that judge. And so hopefully that will stand and we'll get some normality, because after this year, it's done. It's 5 for 5 and we don't have to worry about anything.
Yeah. At least
everybody's getting their 5th year.
Yeah. At least that ruling was from the Court of Appeals, which is higher than a regular judge. Coach Chase had something said earlier, which was telling that FSU quarterback, what's his name?
Castellanos.
Yeah, like if he's re-enters, and look, if you brought a quarterback in, Coach, a week out from a game, I got to think, you've been around this, you've been coaching for 30 plus years, more than I do. Does that not upset the chemistry of a team if you bring in like a quarterback with a week to go before the game? I'm not saying you're doing that, but I don't just think that would be a good thing for chemistry for your team.
I think each team is different. I agree with you, Joe, but I think each team is different. What happens if you just had a kid, blow his knee out or,
right.
Something happened, quit, whatever. And so I think when you see that, I think, each individual thing is different. Is that kid coming back to the same team? If he is, then he probably knows most of the team anyway. He's probably been there training and working out with them. He's probably been hanging out with them. So, kids today, through all this transfer portal, through all this NIL, through everything that's happened, are way more accepting than obviously when you and I played. That wouldn't have flown. But now, kids come and go. They just come and go. It's like the NFL. They come and go. And it's amazing how quickly they adapt to some kids as they come and go. But yes, I do agree with you. I think for most instances, it would upset the team chemistry.
Talking to Walt Wells, they will take on Eastern Kentucky will take on Western Carolina to kick off their season next week. I literally was over by the Western Carolina last weekend, so that's pretty funny. You got two on the
Up in
road.
the Cherokee area?
Yeah, not far from there. So
why didn't you do some scouting for the coach, Chase?
I should have. I could
Damn
have brought
it.
him back some stuff. 2 on the road to start things off, and then 4 at home. You like how that lays out?
I mean, I like. I'd rather be more balanced, to be quite honest with you. But I mean, I'm whatever it is. We've always gone 2 on the road, usually every year. I'm glad it's an FCS opponent and an FBS opponent instead of 2 FBS opponents. So I'm happy about it. Just line up the ball and let's go kick it off and play. And it's like I tell our guys, it does matter. I love being at home. But it shouldn't matter. They got a field 100 yards long. Let's go out and let's line up and see who's better.
By the way, McGavick takes on Maplewood tonight over at McGavick. So, yeah, we'll see you over there about 6:30, Coach.
At the Wood. Let's go.
All right, got it. Hey, I know you're busy. Really, thank you for doing this, man. I appreciate you taking time to explain this. We have a lot better understanding of the landscape thanks to you, man. So thank you.
Well, I appreciate it, guys, and good to hear from y'all. And anytime, just let me know and tell everybody there in Nashville I said hello.
We'll do it. Thank you, Coach. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
There's Walt Wells, head coach, Eastern Kentucky, and the official coach of the Chase and Big Joe show.
Isn't that crazy? You walk off the practice field, and you immediately got to read a legal brief. Like, all right, what the hell's happening now?
What now?
But it's every coach. I mean, there's 138 FBS teams, and I don't know how many FCS teams are out there. They're all reading the same things. Like, all right, what's that now? The good news is this is from a court of appeals, higher than a regular judge. So we're good.
So used to in college football, probably the most important staff member was the recruiting coordinator. Now it's the compliance officer.
Absolutely.
That's
Absolutely. Because you think Walt's got Derek Mason,
sure.
Clark Lee's got time to deal with this? No, they don't.
Nope.
Normally 25 years ago, that would be you. You'd have your secretary. Like, let's look through this. But now you got to have all that, make sure all your ducks are lined up, whatever the phrase is, and go. But man, there's a little breathing room now. So these guys can go back to the pros and get cut in 2 weeks.
We'll take a breather and have more coming up next. Chase and Big Joe, 102.5 The Game. What in the world?
It's the trial. Pink Floyd.
Oh, gotcha.
Court, yeah, probably a bad choice, but it is what it is.
I hear it now. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game on this Friday. Appreciate Coach Wells for joining us. Chris Sanders coming up in about 10 minutes.
Instant trivia. Chase, tell me where Lane Kiffin had 4 coaching stops, who, by the way, he has a winning percentage at all 4 coaching stops. Name me all 4 Lane Kiffin stops where he's head coach. Go.
Raiders, Vols.
College.
Okay.
Sorry, college.
Vols, USC, FAU, and then Ole Miss,
Attaboy.
not LSU.
Attaboy. His winning percentage was at Tennessee 54%, USC 65, Florida Atlantic 67, Ole Miss 75, courtesy of SDS.net today. There you go.
So the question is, LSU, will it be above 75?
No.
I say no.
I don't think so at all. Nope.
So he went, what, his first year at Tennessee, 8-4?
I think he was 7-6.
7-6?
Yeah, because he was 7-5, got in the Peach Bowl, got beat by, was it Clemson? Who beat them in the Peach Bowl?
That's right. He did coach the bowl game.
He did, yep.
Because it was late. It was like late in the coaching cycle.
It was mid to late January.
Yeah.
Right before the team got on back to school after that.
Yeah.
Instant trivia right here on the Chasing Big Show.
Well,
Boom!
so when I was producing the old morning show with Nick, Braden, and D-Mace, I got him on. I just took a chance one day and I emailed FAU and they were like, sure, he'll come on. And he at that point, we thought he was lobbying to go back to Tennessee because he was just talking about the Vols and, and then he was praising Saban and all this stuff. And like, we knew he was about to get a job, and it was that offseason that he got Ole Miss.
It was. He lost in the Chick-fil-A Bowl versus Virginia Tech, 37-14
Beamer.
that year in 2009.
Beamer ball.
He had Eric Berry drafted, Dan Williams drafted. Oh, Monteiro Hardesty, head coach at Lawson High School, makes his debut tonight. And then in the 5th round, straight out of Crompton, Jonathan Crompton, drafted by the Chargers. So,
and who is the quarterback that he recruited? Bray, Tyler Bray.
Tyler Bray.
Yep.
Who was in the NFL for years as a backup.
He wasn't bad. I mean, he just went through so much turmoil with Derek Dooley and Butch and all that stuff. How long was Dooley there? 3 years?
Yeah, 10 through 12.
And then Butch was there
13 through 17.
4.
And then Pruitt 18 to 20, and now Heupel 21.
We don't
26.
count Pruitt.
You're exactly right.
Yeah.
What a disaster. And again, I'll go on this thing and I'll defend Josh Heupel all day long. And I heard Dr. Crane talk about this on the Great Show Weekend Huddle last week about Heupel. It's like, well, this is the year if he doesn't get it done. I'm like, tell me who you're going to find.
Yeah, right. And what hasn't he gotten done? He got him to the playoff.
Got into the playoffs. He might have exceeded things a little quick in 20, which is fine.
Yeah.
But who are you going to find? I'm just tell me. I'm on the Heupel train. I like it. I don't think people realize, and Tennessee fans, this is kind of how difficult the SEC is. I don't think people realize how difficult it is. Because it's just like, wow, the big teams up top are good, but on down, it's when you're playing Texas A&M and LSU and Alabama and Georgia and Florida and Tennessee. I mean, but you sign up for this, and then hell, going 8-4 in the SEC, you ought to get a damn extension. And I think he did. I got no problem with that.
Yeah, I agree. So, are you on the train of he's got to do more this year, Nick, or what? Where are you at?
The context of the conversation was the college football expansion, and if Danny White and let's say the rest of college football's athletic directors agree upon let's expand the college football player for like 20 teams or 24 teams, well, it just dilutes the product of a head coach of saying, look, you only have to go 8-4 now, and you're still going to get that fat check. Which again, I guess credit to the athletic directors for trying to get that across, but at the same time, you need better production on the field. You're going to expand the playoff, but that's just not going to get you to the ultimate goal, which is a national title.
Right.
He's correct on that.
He is correct.
But if you got a coach out there, tell me. Oklahoma signed Brent Venables yesterday to a 6-year deal.
He's good.
We said her last year, like, man, is this? I mean, and then they make the playoffs. They went, they lost to Alabama in the first round, but they beat Tennessee. They beat Did they not beat? They beat Alabama in Alabama, did
Yeah.
they not? Yeah, during the regular season. So just let it play out,
Alabama
folks.
signed him to an extension.
Yeah,
So
DeBoer.
So he's not going anywhere.
Kirby's not going anywhere. Will Stein's new at Kentucky. Summerall at Florida. Beamer at South Carolina. This is a make or break. I will say that's a make or break year for him.
I would agree. I think Will Stein's going to be a hell of a coach. I don't know if it's going to be at Kentucky, but like if he can, what my advice to him would be, if you have a few good years, don't be like Stoops and just hang around there. Use it to jump off.
Right. Where did he? Texas A&M? Is that he a defensive assistant?
Yeah, something like that. And then I like what Elko's doing at A&M.
Not bad.
He's a good coach. You got Summerall's at Florida.
They signed Drinkwitz at Missouri. He's not going anywhere.
No,
Silverfield at Arkansas is there for a while.
I think that's a good one.
Uh-huh.
Auburn McGolish.
Yeah, it's going to take. I think it might take him a minute, but I think he'll do a good job there.
Well, he flipped that entire roster at Auburn.
Yeah,
he
did. And I will say he did bring a lot of players with him.
Yep.
Including his quarterback. So, that might be able to push him along further than people think.
And
right
then
away.
Tennessee and Vandy get to see them early on in the season. So I'm fired up for it and see what happens. But again, I like Heupel.
Clark got an extension. So
Clark, yeah. So who would be on the hot seat? Is it?
I think Beamer's probably the hottest seat. Mississippi State.
No, don't do it. You think he's on the hot seat? No. We're going to get.
That's the thing is that they don't have an option. It's going to be Zach Arnett as the interim head coach. I think that's probably what's going to happen.
They're not going to do that again, are they?
They might. I think they brought him back for, to be the defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he was asked about it in one of the press conferences. He goes, I'm just here to coach football. So, he gave the typical coach speak,
knows.
which kind of writing on the wall.
Well, I mean, there are a lot of good young coaches out there, but I they're going to be better than Levy. I mean, I don't know. I need to see the list out there.
I do know this, like the last couple of seasons before they hired Jeff Lebby, the name that was floated out there was Jamie Chadwell over there at Liberty, and he was at Coastal Carolina beforehand. And there was a lot of Twitter chatter about that. So I don't know. I mean, I am willing to give Lebby another chance, but you got to capitalize with Kamario Taylor and some of these guys on this defense. I mean, offense.
I honestly think Beamer and Lebby are the only ones that you could really make an argument that there's
the hot seat.
The hot seat.
Yeah.
The one I'm curious about is, does Pete Golding get a fair chance? Now, granted, he kept it going in the playoff. He won a playoff game. They gave him that job full time. He deserves it. But, you know how this works, that you give the good soldier a job and then all of a sudden things go bad and he's out real quick.
All I know from talking to those, and by the way, Dr. Crane's got a nice inside there at Ole Miss that I found out yesterday.
Thank you.
Really?
One of his buddies is on the staff.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I played high school football with Jay Shoup for 4 years, and he's the inside linebackers coach.
Bob's
So,
son?
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
he is.
Dr. Crane over there.
He got rated, I think, top 25 of young coaches under 30. So, yeah.
Nice.
Well, good. I mean, I don't want a 26-year-old leading my football team in
No,
the SEC.
but he's
I
been
get it.
a graduate assistant for like 4 years now.
Is
So,
Bob Shoop's back at Vandy?
I think he was last year or
yeah,
last 2 years,
like a
2 years ago.
quality control coach or something like that.
Like
He's
an
just
analyst?
helping out. Yeah.
And he does the shoot.
Hmm.
Bart, what are you doing?
His
by the-
oldest is a wrestler, by the way, Chase.
Is what?
His oldest son, Tyler.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's a wrestler.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
What's he go by?
Shoop just goes by Shoop. He has that Boston accent. He goes, Shoop trains harder.
I was going to say something, but I would have lost my job. So I'll just shut my mouth. By the way, Liberty, that's an SEC school. That's an SEC school. The facilities, everything around there, the money, that's an SEC school. So we'll see what happens, man. But you know what's awesome, though, Chase? Our next guest.
That is right. Chris Sanders, Forever Titans wide receiver, going to join us coming up next. Chase and Big Joe, 102.5 The Game. Hour number 3, Chase and Big Joe, 102.5 The Game on this Friday. Appreciate you joining us. Appreciate the Omni Nashville Hotel as well. Let's bring in forever Titans wide receiver Chris Sanders, who is with us now. What's up, Chris? Thanks for moving.
What? Oh, no problem, man. Hey, I'm excited. It's Friday night lights, man. Hey, it's just a different feel. I'm ready to roll. We play Pearl Cone, and let's go get it, baby.
NBA Pearl Cone tonight over at Pearl. I mean, this is like this.
Ooh.
I guess this is an old rivalry, right? When they were Pearl High School, Joe, is that right?
Yeah,
that's correct.
It is. It's so much tradition. I mean, it was the first integrated, teams to play each other. So, you love the tradition. You love going at it, but man, you just love just being in the environment. So I'm ready to get after them Firebirds.
So let me ask you this before we get into the Titans. So Joe and I started the show. Obviously, we watched Brentwood Academy and Baylor last night on national TV, and DGG. I mean, he's built different, man, and I was kind of excited about it. And Joe's like, "Look, the hype is great, but let the kid be a kid, enjoy his senior year." So how do you balance that? As the kid, but balance that as a fan, knowing that hey, this guy is very, very talented and going to go far.
He's very talented, but you got to surround him with people that make sure he takes care of himself. And I'm going to tell you why. This guy loves to work. I mean, he loves to be in the gym. He loves to do all the things to be great. But don't forget about being a kid. Yes, you want to be the best. You are probably one of the best. But do the things that are away from football, because you don't want to get to a situation to where you get burnout and all you do is football, and all of a sudden it's gone and that's all you have. So get him around some people, get his parents, which they probably are, get some people around him and just let him be a kid. Because this funny that you brought it up, this thing that I was concerned about is right when he made a touchdown, he went right to go sit down, didn't talk to anybody and looked at film. That's a good thing and a bad thing. Yes, you're preparing, you're doing some good things, but kind of celebrate with your guys and have fun as a kid.
Yeah, I agree with you on that for sure. Looking at the Titans, they go up against the Seahawks today in joint practices. We had Fernando Carmona on about an hour ago. Chris, I'm going to tell you something. I love this kid. I love him. I hope he wins the right guard spot and be the right guard for the next 10 years.
It's funny because I met him. He came up to, NBA when I was working out, and he came up there, after a little break, and I shook his hand. And when I shook his hand, it was just something different. But just watching him and study film of him, this is what I love about this guy. Number one, he has football IQ. You're like, okay, what the heck does that mean? This is what football IQ means. It means this. It means you got to have good anticipation. That means what is about to happen and being in the right position. Number two is he understands schemes. And when you understand schemes, you're going to play faster. But this is the one I love the most, is he makes great decisions under pressure. And when you have a guy that does those kind of things and is that tenacious and he's tough and he's a tone setter, listen, those are the kind of cats that you want at offensive line.
Talking to our good buddy Chris Sanders. What's happening,
buddy?
Man? Oh,
hey,
man.
My guy.
So, hey, by the way, 3 weeks, me, you, and Mr. Mason doing the pregame show for Titans.
I'm so ready to go, man. I actually miss y'all. I miss Derek, but I don't miss you that much. I miss you a lot, man.
I get it. Hey, I was wondering, I had friends out at camp today, and they were like, they're all Seahawks fans, and they were starstruck by Sam Darnold. As a rookie, did you ever get, because I think one time you mentioned about you and Deion Sanders, like, oh my God, it's Deion Sanders over there. But that's okay to be a little starstruck, right?
It is. I mean, there's three people I was starstruck with. That was Deion Sanders, John Elway, and who else was? Oh, I forgot the other guy's name. But when you've been watching those guys growing up, it's different. I know we got to play against him, but watching him on TV, watching him do great things, and all of a sudden you're on the same field. I'm gonna give you a perfect example. I don't know if you remember when the Denver Broncos with John Elway, to where when they had the 99-yard comeback against the Cleveland Browns. I think that was in the 80s. I'm sitting in my room as a young kid, like, praying that the Denver Broncos win. Then we fast forwarded to 1995. I actually stepped on the same field of the guy that I was rooting for and grew up watching. So it made me feel like, not that I've arrived, but if I have a chance to meet one of my heroes, man, it was absolutely beautiful.
At what point do you like, all right, get that out of my system, I got to play football now, right? Because I'd be the same way.
Right when the game started, after I shook his hand, in the back of my mind, it's like, I'm kicking your tail. I mean, that's just how it was. Yes, I looked up to you, but yes, I have to go play a game. And the funny thing about it is I'm from Denver, Colorado, grew up watching John Elway. I had one of my best games against Denver Broncos. I think I had 5 catches, 147 for 2 touchdowns. So I definitely wanted to give a good showing, not just for John Elway, but all for the people at home, the fans back there.
All right, so the Titans take on the Seahawks Sunday night at 7 o'clock. I'm looking at the wide receiver depth here tonight. They said the starters are going to play probably the first quarter. But if you're a guy like, let me see one of these guys, wide receiver, Hank Beatty. I never heard of this guy. Right? So, I mean, Sunday night, I know the joint practices, but you get out there, I mean, in Tom Brady, and you've talked about this, is that opportunity, right? Stop complaining about what you don't have. Be happy with what you do have. So what's your advice to these 13 wide receivers going into that game Sunday night?
Just go and have an attitude of, you know what, my play might be the difference of making the team. I shared this story with y'all a while ago with the other Chris Sanders, to where he was not going to make the team. He wasn't even taking no reps at wide receiver, absolutely nothing. He went to the special teams coach. He said this. He said, you know what, can I just go and get on kickoff and just kind of make something happen? And actually the special team coach like, yeah, whatever, just kind of nonchalantly. He puts him out there. He jumps over the wedge, makes the tackle. And all of a sudden, this guy's on the team. So now, fast forward to 2026, you may be 6th or 7th on the depth chart. But if you go out there and do something on special teams, make a special player, do something great to get the coach's attention, hey, you just never know what might happen. You can't go in there like, whoa, it's me, I'm on the set. No, then all of a sudden you defeated and you're out of there.
Wait, who are you asking about? Ned Beatty?
Warren Beatty.
Warren Beatty.
I'm not sure this guy is. Tell me what makes a good slot receiver, Chris, and Wan'Dale Robinson. What's the what do you need to do? Can you put Wan'Dale Robinson at the number 1 if you needed to, or is he just a guy that's built for the slot?
It's a little different. And I want to be careful when I say this. It's not about size, but I think in his situation it is. You don't want to put him out on a perimeter to where you're going to get some 6'5", 6'6" corner. It's going to be hard for him to really sometimes get off the press. So now when you're in the slot, you're off the ball, so now you can maneuver. And when I say maneuver, you can run your choice routes, your seams, and actually use your space to an advantage. So when you have a guy like Wan'Dale Robinson, you're like, why is he getting open? He understands the scheme. He understands what they're doing. So if he understands what they're doing, just imagine you have a linebacker shaded inside. He understands, okay, I'm just going to give a little nod to the inside and run a choice route or run an out route. That's what makes a slot guy so good. Getting out of your cuts, understanding what they're doing, and making sure you keep the chains moving.
All right, so Mouse Davis invented the run and shoot, and his theory was my 4th receiver is going to be better than your 4th DB, right? So you came into the league after the run and shoot with the Oilers. Why do we not see more run and shoot again these days?
But see, the thing about the run and shoot is you go into a lot of empty personnel. When I say empty, that means no backs. But see, what's going to happen is defenses start to pick it up really, really quickly. It's just making sure they blitz and put pressure on your quarterback because you don't have a back. So the run and shoot is good because nobody really understood it back in the day. So they were killing teams. But once the defense understood that if I put pressure on the quarterback, hit him in the face a couple of times, now I need to put a fullback or a back there to protect your quarterback. So those are the kind of things you stop for the run and shoot.
All right, so the first game versus the Jets, Wan'Dale Robinson goes out in the slot. I mean, did they put a strong safety on him? Because I'm pretty sure that Wan'Dale can get past a strong safety.
Absolutely. You're always looking for matchups. And as an offensive coordinator and as a wide receiver coach, you're looking for the matchups. So when I watch film with my receivers, I say, okay, don't just watch film, study the scheme, study the player. So if I'm looking at a corner, if I'm looking at a slot guy, he may be big. He like 6'5", 210, but his hips are tight. So if I know that I'm a slot player and I know his hips are tight, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a technique called lie with my eyes, burst off the cut to make sure he goes opposite of where I'm going. Why? Because his hips are tight. So understanding that situation and making plays.
One of the best things you've ever said to us, and we've had you on for several years, I love this. I love how you recount this, is that you tell us when you're out there on the edge there and you're going down the field and that DB peeks in the backfield for half a second.
I just got excited about you saying that because the thing about it is when I know that he's peeking inside, he's playing some type of zone, and he's watching the drop of the quarterback. So if he's watching the drop of the quarterback, if it's a 3, a 5, or 7, he's going to break on whatever route that, resides with that. I'll give you a perfect example. If it's a 3-step drop, it's going to be more of a quick game, a slant, a hitch, or just a quick fade. If it's a 5-step drop, it's going to be an intermediate route to where it's kind of like a comeback or dig or whatever. 7-step drop is more like, down the field. But then now you have a situation to where you got a DB that's peeking in the backfield. You got the quarterback. Listen, take 3-step drop, pump, hitch and go, touchdown. Hey, when I'm leaving, guess what? I'm leaving.
I'm not a fan of secondaries running zones because you've got a good quarterback. You can dink and dunk and pick guys off. I've always liked man-to-man. That way I got a guy on you. If you're going to beat my guy, good. I mean, you beat him. But I've never been a fan of zone in the secondary.
Yeah. But see, here's the thing. If you're going man-to-man cover 1 or cover 0, you better have a shutdown corner. You saw what happened a little bit, with the Tennessee Titans with Flott. They went a lot of man-to-man, and he got exposed just a little bit. And you just got to make sure that when you're going man-to-man, that whatever happens on the other side, you better be a shutdown corner. So, yes, I love man. Zone is okay. But at the end of the day, you better have a corner that can shut down the receiver, or you're going to have a long day.
Chris Sanders is with us. Who's going to have a better career, this Ned Beatty guy or Travis Hanna? What about Malcolm Floyd? Guys,
he changed his name. His real name was Marcus Hanna. He changed his name to Floyd.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay,
yeah.
There you go.
And then there's all these guys. You need to go talk to Courtney Jackson and Tyrann Montgomery. They're all the third team receivers for the Titans.
I had no idea who them jokers were. Oh, I know who Travis Sanders was. He was there before I got there. Yeah, he wanted to fight me in practice.
Of course he did.
Did you fight him back?
Just fighting folk for no reason. Yeah, he wanted to fight me. He's like, you take her. I said, no, I'm not doing this. He wanted to beat me up after practice, waiting after practice.
You should have gone and fought him, and then Fish would be like, hey, you guys break it up.
Hey, guys, you get fined if you do that.
Did you get fined for fighting?
No, actually, I almost got fined when I fought Perry Phoenix in 1999.
Perry Phoenix.
He just wanted that warm seat from you at Nissan Stadium. That's all. Did you know? Did you know when you were going against another guy on another team in the NFL that like, oh yeah, I got this guy? Did you know that?
100%. When we played against the Cincinnati Bengals, I'm like, okay, the Cincinnati Bengals, I'm going to have 7 catches. No, let me reframe that. It was a running game. 3 catches.
Was that easy? That easy on them?
Yeah. Oh man, the defense. I mean, they just didn't have that good of defensive backs. When it was with and I say that respectfully. I knew I was going to run by them because that was another game that I had some of my biggest games because I'm looking at that guy, and I'll have that touchdown, that touchdown.
Was that the game you jumped over the Buick in the end zone, or was that in Pittsburgh?
Yes, that was in Cincy.
Oh my gosh. I'm like, why is a Buick in the end zone?
I know.
That was in Cincy?
They put Brim on me, who was 75 years old at that time. Cover 0.
Hey, you know what? This explains everything, Chris. You showed your athletic ability there in Cincinnati.
There you go.
So when Pickens got here, he hated you from the beginning.
He wanted my number. He wanted to fight me after practice again too. Everybody just wants to fight me.
Well, he was so good in 2000 for the Titans. I can't believe he didn't.
Him and Yancey Thigpen, man, what a combo!
I love everybody, but he rubbed me the wrong way because he came in and I thought he was playing. Like, man, give me your number 81. I'm like, oh, yeah, man, that's so funny. No, give it to me. Okay, I'll talk to you later, dog. I ain't got time for this.
Would you have taken it for $75,000? Hell, I would.
No,
I got $75.
I would. And then I would have wrapped it up in a bow and gave it to him. Give me the check so I can go cash it, make sure it's good. But
Chris, I'd have sewn the jersey for him. You give me $75,000. I'd do whatever you want with it.
But if you'd have said that, I would have switched back to 18. So, but he came at me like, man, you better give me that. And I really thought he was playing. Give me that 81. Oh, Pickens, you're the best. Hey, buddy.
And $50,000. Hey, I know tonight. You tell me what it's like. I mean, you played in the NFL at the high level. You scored a lot of touchdowns, but tell me what it's like for you when you get to ride that bus with Montgomeryville Academy across town to play a football game. I think I'd get chills every Friday doing that.
The best part of it, riding the bus is phenomenal. But I know this may sound kind of goofy, but when we're walking to the bus and you hear 90 to 100 cleats just walking to the bus, nobody's talking, nobody's cracking jokes, but they're getting on the bus and it's dead silent. So when it's dead silent, you know that this is something different. And then here's the cool part is when you pull up to the school and you see all their fans chirping at you, talking crazy about you. And it's just something different that I can't explain. So when I get off the bus, I really have to contain myself because I forget that I'm not playing, that they're playing, because I want to go out there and get after it because, man, it's the best feeling on Friday Night Lights.
Amen.
Chris, best of luck tonight. We appreciate it as always, my friend.
Thank you so much. Appreciate y'all.
We'll talk next week.
Thank you, sir. Bye-bye.
Chris Sanders, Forever Titans wide receiver, joining us here on the program. I think I'm either going to give Joe, get him fired up again, or maybe he's going to like this. I don't know. But the SEC network analysts have done their SEC power rankings going into the season.
Okay.
And there might be some. I mean, they're kind of all over the place on some things. So we'll get Joe's opinion on this coming up next. How about that?
Let's do it, buddy.
Chasing Big Joe, presented by the Omni 102.5 The Game. Chasing Big Joe 102.5 The Game on this Friday.
Hey,
appreciate Chris Sanders.
Yes. Can you and me enter a in the break food eating contest?
Probably. I mean, we're literally just like, rawr, rawr, rawr.
You're like, all right, we're coming
Dr.
back.
Crane's in here talking to us. And we're just like,
we got to get it done, man. So, yeah, Chris, we love him. I mean, I'm telling you, what a good soul. What a good man. And if your kid plays at NBA and you're coached by Chris Sanders, I'm jealous. We love him so much.
If you don't like him, that's a you problem.
Right?
That's not a, yeah. All right. So 4 of the SEC Network analysts have done power rankings for this upcoming season. You feel better over there?
I do. I really do. I was like, did that go on air? No.
So it's Dari Noka, Alyssa Lang, Chris Doring, and Benjamin Watson. They have done
Okay. I like those 4.
power rankings. So let me go ahead and play spoiler for number 1. They all have one team.
Georgia.
No arguments there. This is where then it from there it kind of gets interesting. So Dari in number 2 has Oklahoma. Alyssa has Texas, and then Chris Doring and Benjamin Watson both have Ole Miss.
Oh,
I think, to me, it would probably be Texas. I think Oklahoma, Ole Miss, that's a little bit of an upset.
I'm going to lean towards Chris Doring. I just think I like him a lot.
Okay. 3, Dari and Alyssa have Ole Miss. Chris Doring has Oklahoma. Benjamin Watson has Texas. So in some order, Oklahoma, Texas, or no, Ole Miss is in the top 3 and Texas is in the top 3.
Yes.
There. Dari has Texas at 4, Oklahoma at 4 for Alyssa, A&M at 4 for Chris Doring, Oklahoma at 4 for Benjamin Watson.
All right. So A&M broke the party. They're into the party now.
Yep. They're in the party. Welcome to the party, pal. This Dari has at 5 the first major surprise, in my opinion. Florida.
I don't know.
I
think they've got a hell of a coach in Summerall. I think he's really good. I got to see it.
Alyssa Lang has LSU at 5.
Of course.
Chris Doring has Alabama at 5.
That just sounds bad. Bama at 5.
Benjamin Watson has A&M at 5.
Okay.
At 6, Dari says LSU. Alyssa says Alabama. Chris says Texas. That's the lowest Texas is. And Benjamin says LSU.
So a consensus of Georgia, Oklahoma, Texas, little Ole Miss from the 4 of them. Okay, up to top.
Well, Ole Miss is either 2 or 3 in this.
Quarterback.
Yeah.
That's
right.
that quarterback.
Yep. Dari Noka at 7, Auburn. So he's a believer that bringing those guys over might do something.
All right.
Alyssa has A&M. Doring has LSU. Watson has Alabama. At 8, so halfway, the middle part, Dari has Alabama. At 8, it's crazy. Alyssa has South Carolina. Chris Doring, who you said you listened to, at 8, the Vanderbilt Commodores. And Benjamin Watson at 8, the Tennessee Volunteers.
Oh, okay.
At 9, Dari goes A&M. Alyssa goes Missouri. Doring and Watson go Florida. That seems about right.
Okay.
At 10, Dari goes South Carolina. Alyssa goes Florida. Chris Doring goes Tennessee. Benjamin Watson goes Missouri.
So give me where Dari's got Tennessee and Vandy.
Tennessee at 12, Vandy at 15.
Where does she have Tennessee, Vandy?
Vandy at 11, Tennessee at 13.
Ouch. All right. And Doring's got Vandy at 8. Where does he have Tennessee?
10.
Okay. And then Benjamin Watson.
Tennessee at 8, Vandy at 13.
Okay. I'm going to tell you right now, and for those 4, this is not the same old Vandy from the 80s and 90s and 2. All right.
But I think everybody's in that. I need to keep seeing it.
Yeah. It's the doubt. And that's fine. Right. But you got Barton Simmons over there we love Barton Simmons. That guy is just so football knowledgeable. It's not even funny. And I think Clark, he rebuilt that line the last 3 years through the portal. They've kind of done it again over there. They've got a lot of new faces. It's a hell of a coach. If I'm Clark Lee, I get to look, they still don't respect us. What we're going to do, game at a time.
Yep.
And I think this is good fodder for Clark Lee that nobody believes in you after what you did in the last 2 years.
3 of the 4 have the same team at 16.
Arkansas.
That is correct. Benjamin Watson has Kentucky at 16. He has Arkansas at 15. Dari, as I mentioned, has Vandy at 15. And then Alyssa and Chris Doring have Kentucky at 15.
Dr. Crane, your Mississippi State Bulldogs are 15th or 16th.
So Dari, Chris Doring, and Benjamin Watson have the Bulldogs at 14. Alyssa Lang has the Bulldogs at 12.
That's okay.
I don't know about that.
Who does she have at 13?
Tennessee. Then Auburn.
Oh, she got Auburn at 14?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So here, I'll just read them all. This is Dari Noka. Georgia, Oklahoma, Ole Miss, Texas, Florida, LSU, Auburn, Alabama, Texas A&M, South Carolina, Missouri, Tennessee, Kentucky, Mississippi State, Vanderbilt, Arkansas. Alyssa Lang, Georgia, Texas, Ole Miss, Oklahoma, LSU, Alabama, Texas A&M, South Carolina, Missouri, Florida, Vanderbilt, Mississippi State, Tennessee, Auburn, Kentucky, Arkansas. Chris Doran, Georgia, Ole Miss, Oklahoma, A&M, Alabama, Texas, LSU, Vandy, Florida, Tennessee, Missouri, Auburn, South Carolina, Mississippi State, Kentucky, Arkansas, and then Benjamin Watson, Georgia, Ole Miss, Texas, Oklahoma, A&M, LSU, Alabama, Tennessee, Florida, Missouri, South Carolina, Auburn, Vandy, State, Arkansas, Kentucky.
So they don't know like we don't know.
Yeah.
Nobody knows. Don't know.
I have no idea. We didn't go to SEC Media Day, so we didn't do the rankings, but
yeah.
I mean, the only one I'm sure of is Georgia. Probably.
Yes. And Arkansas.
Yeah.
So you got the front and the back taken care of. I just think that is.
I'd probably have Texas at 2. I mean, I guess I can be convinced that Ole Miss.
Well, we'll see September 19th if the hype doesn't get to their head with Kiffin coming to town. But again, I've talked about that Texas Tennessee game on the 26th in Knoxville, how just massively important that is for Tennessee. Look, Texas got to play Ohio State in Austin. That's a huge game. But now, if you lose that game, it's kind of like, oh, okay, we lost the game. We played tough and move on. It doesn't matter if you lose that. It does not matter if you lose that game if you're Texas.
Well, and I think Arch has some ghosts he's got to take care of.
True.
That game, because they really were in position to win that game. He just was not very good.
Yeah, and it was tough. I mean, that's a good football team. They made it to a long way in the college football playoffs. But you lose that game, it's okay if you're Texas. You lose that Tennessee game, starts to talk a little bit.
Yeah,
like, all right, we can't lose another game, and the pressure's on for Tech. That's why I hope Tennessee beats the snot out of Texas on September the 26th at 11 o'clock. Or at noon Eastern in Knoxville.
I just discovered this. I don't know what this is from, but this video of something that I think you would enjoy because of how you feel about punters. Watch this play.
Yes. That's a high school game and a punter got decleated. Or has the word we're going to use this year, he got stamped.
He got stamped. Have you seen this, Dr.
I love
Watch
it.
this.
Good.
I mean, he gets rocked.
Anytime a punter can get blasted, we're good to go.
I mean, I saw that and I was like, he got absolutely drilled.
He took his lunch money and ate his own lunch.
I mean, damn. Oh, that is good. We'll have more coming up next. Chase and Big Joe, 1025 The Game. Chasing Big Joe 102.5, the game on this Friday. Titans and Seahawks have concluded their joint practices, so we wanted to bring you some of Robert Saleh, what he said after the joint practice. This was about an hour ago. Here's Titans head coach Robert Saleh.
I mean, can we acknowledge Paul, 30 years covering the Titans? Well, that's pretty cool, man. But congratulations. I mean it. So injury-wise, there's a couple nicks and bruises, but for the most part, we feel pretty good about the way we came out. Everyone should be available for the game.
How did you like what you saw today?
We'll see the offense. It sounds like offense had a pretty good day. Defensively, thought we did really well. Some good back and forth, but overall, I love the way we competed.
You feel like you built on what you did last week at the line of scrimmage today against the defending world champion?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to looking at the offensive tape because that was something that I thought on both sides. I know defensively, I thought we did really well up front, handling the run game. Thought we got a lot of pressure on the quarterback. They get frustrated with me because I never call sacks. We'll get them on Sunday. But on the offensive side, I'm looking forward to seeing the tape to see if it was a continuation because I felt like we really owned the line of scrimmage last week. And it'll be cool if we were able to do it against these guys.
A lot of us watching offense and look across the field and saw a line take on the other way. What happened on that play where you got to fix it?
Quarterback got late into his progression, late to his side, and Alante broke on it, took it back to the house.
What's kind of your plan after today for how the reps will be distributed on?
Same as last year. We're all playing. What the number? I don't know. We got a lot of work in today, so it might be shorter, might be longer. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to handle it yet.
You're not sitting there.
No, I'm sitting.
Outside of the pick 6, do you like how the secondary has answered the call?
Yeah, I thought we had a good week. There's a lot of things that going against it, and this is why I love these joint practices. San Francisco does a lot of things differently from a route standpoint that expose some of our techniques and some of the things that we're teaching that needed to be corrected and adjusted. And I thought the DBs, Tony Oden and Marquand, we went to the drawing board and they really attacked it, and our players have attacked it. And I thought they had a much better day. We're nowhere near where we need to be, but I thought it was a lot better from a technique standpoint.
The NFL's cracking down on a lot of the scuffles and fighting in these joint practices, handing out fines. What's kind of your feeling? Is that a great thing that they're doing that, or is it something that just these scuffles are inevitably are going to happen out here?
The scuffles happen, guys. Like these guys are competing their tails off, and it's not like a game where you get, you play for 5 plays and you go away from each other. You go to the sideline, watch the other side of the ball. It's where you're focused in. I mean, it's hot. It's play after play. You're right there just jawing at each other the entire practice. And so the pushing and shoving will always happen. But it's when you get into those melees and people fighting and punching and throwing people to the ground, that's where it becomes unnecessary. And so for the NFL to crack down on that stuff, I think it's warranted. But at the same time, I think it's on the players too. I think most players love these joint practices. I do think they get a lot out of it, and it's just like we talked about to our team today. You can still, there's nothing illegal about playing snap to whistle and playing as violent as you possibly can, as long as it's legal. But it takes a man to walk back to the huddle, and just the mindset to get back to the huddle and get yourself ready for the next play. That's on the organizations to police and on the players to execute.
Hurry up in 2 minutes looked to late and very effective for the offense. How much do you think this team's going to rely on hurry up? Is there going to be a change up? Is it going to be something that you pop into?
It's stuff that's going to be, being able to change tempo, I think, is a hallmark of Dable's system. But we're going to do what we need to do to win football games and score points. And if it means changing up the tempo in the middle of the game, we'll change it up. If it means getting in and out of the huddle at a certain tempo, we'll do that. If it means being slow as heck and methodical, we'll do that. But to be able to practice all this stuff and practice going tempo, practice all the different types of tempos, cadences at the line of scrimmage is vital to the success of an offense.
Plan for the starters to go the first half of this next game?
If I draw it up perfectly, I'd like for him to go the first half. But like I said, I'm not putting a number on it. Like I said, we got a really good amount of reps today. So we'll see how it goes.
So what constitutes success? How do you measure that from the starters? How are many series?
For me, it's execution. I know this is a results-based business, but It's like I tell our players, the preseason may not count, but it still matters. So thankfully, we have the luxury to not worry about the scoreboard and the result of a play. We can look at our technique. We can look at our execution. Are we doing the right things? Are we making the right reads? Are we making the right checks? Are we communicating the right way? Is the quarterback making the right decisions? That to me is what's going to define success. We can go back to Cam's performance last week. He was making the right decision. Now we got to execute a little bit better. But like I said, those are all teachable moments. But the plus is that he made the right decisions, and that's as long as the guys are making the right decisions and communicating the right way, the technique's going to come. And so for me, that's success in the preseason.
I know you didn't see everything from him today, but have you liked how Cam's responded?
I think he's had a great camp. Like every player in this camp, there's going to be some peaks and valleys. But for the most part, I think Cam, his decision making has been what we've hoped it would be. He's had days where he's played elite quarterback. There's days where I'm sure he wants to have a couple days back. But I think by far, I think you can make the case that more often than not, he's doing a hell of a job.
Last one. All right. Thanks, guys.
All right.
That was Robert Saleh today after the joint practices. I think one thing that we've talked about this is a huge benefit is the fact that he can go and watch the defense and coach the defense and pay attention to that because he knows that Dable's got the offense covered.
Sure. And it sounds like a typical press conference after a joint practice. Some things are good, some things are bad. We'll see how it goes. But, from that voice inflection of him, I can't tell whether that a great day or bad day. And maybe that's what the message needs to be, is like, just keep getting better every day and going on. But again, I like what he has to say though about the practice and about being a team. He talks a lot about team unity, and I like that.
Yes, I am with you on that. Coming up next, we'll wrap up this week with the favorite with what day is it and celebrity birthdays. That's all I had. Chasing Big Joe 102.5 The Game. Jason Big Joe 102.5 The Game here on this Friday. Dr. Crane just sent in our group chat from Bussin' with the Boys. Penn State quarterback Rocco Becht is only taking one class this fall, and he doesn't even know what it is yet. I mean,
that's par for the course. What we've been talked about all day on the show.
Yeah. Yes, indeed. Excited about the weekend. High school football getting underway tonight. The Metro Schools Game of the Week. Greg Pogue will be on the call with Coach Bubba Spears. Dr. Crane on the sideline as NBA takes on Pearl Cone. So looking forward to that. Right after that is over, 9:30 thereabouts, the Game Blitz with you, Connor Newt, and Brandon Bigsby. We'll take it all the way to midnight.
Yeah, we're fired up tonight. It's the high school show for you guys, scoreboard show. Thankful that Southeast Financial Credit Union is a big part of this, so we talk all about more of them tonight. But this is the high school football show. It's what we did 12, 13 years ago. We love this show. And tonight, 9:30 to midnight. It's fast. It's furious. All the scores, coaches for high school football, guys. We got you tonight.
Yeah, it was really the first show I worked on full time. Was that show, and we had a blast. And Sudzo, wherever you are listening,
wherever you are.
But
now the torch has been passed to Connor Newt. The score, getting those scores isn't easy, man. And Connor's the guy. He's driving the ship tonight.
Yep. I was going to say something, but I'm just going to let it go.
Don't.
I'm working on that these days.
Attaboy.
With that, let's get to what day is it and celebrity birthdays.
Okay, today let's start off with National Sweet Tea Day. There you go. Get a little wet your whistle. Poets Day is today. National Senior Citizens Day. Shout out to the elderly of America. National Kool-Aid Day. National Kool-Aid Day. Oh, yeah. Love that.
Oh, no. Naughty Kool-Aid.
National Brazilian Blowout Day is today. So
well, explain that. What is that?
A Brazilian blowout is the hair, if I'm not mistaken.
That is the hair.
Yes,
that is correct.
Yeah, so
okay.
There is something else that is Brazilian.
Family show.
What the hell? Man, I just asked a simple question.
Sorry. Next on us, we have National Men's Grooming Day. So, gentlemen, make sure you take care of yourself.
Is that like a blowout for men?
Sure.
Okay.
In certain ways, sure. Let's see. Next on the list, we have, actually, the last one, National Spumoni Day. So, love me some Spumoni.
Now,
Spumoni is 3 flavors, strawberry or cherry, and then you have pistachio, which is the green, and then chocolate, which is the brown.
Is that ice cream?
It is ice cream. It's the rainbow cookie cake that you get at Italian delis. Oh, my goodness. It's some of the best.
Spumoni.
Spumoni.
I thought that was some guy working the beat down in,
I thought that was
Gallatin.
I thought that was Sean Penn in Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Is that Spumoni or Spicoli?
Spicoli. Yeah, that's
right.
my witness protection name. Vincenzo Spumoni. There we go.
All right, I added up. We've done this 9 last week. 9. This will be number 9. So 8 shows. You're 7-1 over Mr. McCabe.
Okay.
All right. So get to the weekend strong. You go
really,
first.
I mean, you didn't have to bring that up.
Well, I mean, we got to give praise where praise is due. All right, Dr. Crane. How old is Archie Griffin, the only 2-time Heisman Trophy winner?
81.
78.
72. Chaser, he's the punky QB known as McMahon. When he hits the field, he's got no plan. Jim McMahon.
Okay. I'm going to say he's 68.
64.
67. Chase up 1-0. Dr. Crane, how old is Craig Counsell? Craig Counsell. Is he the Cubs manager?
He is.
58. No, I already said it.
Yeah. Card laid is a card played. I'm going to say he is 48.
What'd you say?
A card laid is a card played. Like when you're playing poker.
Oh, my mind went elsewhere. He is 56. We're tied at 1.
Oh, wow.
Well done.
I was lucky.
That's right. Chaser, how old is Paul Menard? Like, what's up, Menard?
48.
49.
46. Chases up 2-1. Dr. Crane, how old is BJ Upton?
God. Braves legend.
49.
Not. 47.
42. Chaser, Usain Bolt.
39.
42.
40. Chase up 3-1. Dr. Crane, Mike Evans, San Francisco 49ers receiver, Mike Evans.
36. That's wrong.
35.
33. Chase is singling his way to victory, 4-1. Chase, how old is actress Kim Cattrall? She was on Sex and the City and the movie Porky's.
58.
67.
70.
Really?
Dr. Crane, how old
Wow.
is Casey Musgraves? Oh, by the way, this picture that's on my little list here, 2 words, good loud.
Casey Musgraves is 34.
I think that's probably right. 35.
38.
Oh.
Chaser, how old is guitar player James Burton? He was Elvis Presley. Man, I love James Burton. He's my guitar player for many, many years from Shreveport, Louisiana.
80.
84.
87. Dr. Crane, how old is newsman Harry Smith?
72.
78.
75. Chaser, how old is singer Glenn Hughes? He took over for Ozzy and Black Sabbath and sang for Deep Purple. Glenn Hughes.
73.
77.
74. Chaser up 5-1. Singling his way to victory today. Dr. Crane, how old is singer chef Kellis? Kellis.
Let's go 60.
41.
47. Chaser, how old is TV personality Brody Jenner?
42.
48.
43. Chases up 6-1. And Dr. Crane, how old is actor RJ Mitty? He was Walter White Jr. on Breaking Bad.
52.
29.
34. With that, Chase wins 6-1. Strong into the weekend. Strong into the
By the way,
weekend.
do you remember whenever in the old days when Pogue would say something, about a lady or whatever, and we'd play the Brent Musburger?
Oh, God, we did. We need to bring that back.
You are looking live.
Oh, yes. Remember what he did to A.J. McCarron's wife?
Girlfriend
At the time.
Oh, yeah. He was just like,
Good.
that's why Chris
Yes.
Fowler got the job. Because they were like, okay, time to put the dirty old man away.
Musburger's like, and there's A.J. McCarron. Good Lord, look at that.
That is going to do it for us here today.
Hey, again, the guys to the weekend know how much we love you guys, and I want you to do this for yourself this weekend. Do something special for you. It's not selfish, it's deserving, but I need you to do this for the guys that I talk to. I need you to talk well about yourself. I need you to talk how good you are, how great you are, okay? I don't want to hear any more putting yourself down. You spend more time with yourself than anybody else. Talk good about yourself. Your brain hears it. Your subconscious hears it. Please talk. I don't care how bad your day is gone, how much you screwed up. Remember this, the Lord does not keep score, right? He loves you, so remember that, all right? Does not matter how slowly you go as long as you do not stop, all right? Reach out anytime and talk to us. We think you are beautiful. We love you. And more importantly, and Billy Graham says this all the time, the most important thing you take away from a sermon is know how much God truly loves you.
Amen to that. Peace, love, rock and roll. You two around all weekend? Because I'm going to Vegas. Have your Venmo ready in case I need you.
Oh, my God. Chasing to come back without a kidney. 5-1 odds. No kidding.
Yeah, we're going to be doing our show at Deja Vu.
That's going to do it for us. DVD coming up next. 102.5 The Game.